Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening tonight, and welcome on in. A special shout out to Zordon for claiming the best seat in the house, even though for some reason the chat doesn't seem to be working. I don't know why that's happening, and that's a concern. But we've had some technical issues. Wait, that chat's working. That chat shouldn't even be there. Hold on, be gone with you, chat. We're hiding that chat. I wasn't meant to be there. Welcome to the scuff. Everything is fine. Everything is always fine. Everything always is fine, and nothing ever goes wrong here. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Sorry, I'm a little bit anxious. We had some technical issues before we started, and they are seeming to persist a little bit, but thankfully it seems like we'll be fine now. So welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. For those of you who are new here, I am Helm-Chan, the perfectly normal robot maid, and today we'll be running a Yu-Gi-Oh quiz called Board Breakers with my lovely guests here. We're going to be starting in just a bit, but first let's go and meet our guests for those of you who don't know them. So let's go left to right, shall we? So, Sain, how about you introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourselves, and tell us a little bit about, well, obviously we're here to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so tell us a bit about your history with the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG, if you wouldn't mind.
Of course. So my history with the Yu-Gi-Oh, by the way, hello everybody, you can just call me Sain. I go by Saincisco as well, but Sain is fine. So my history with Yu-Gi-Oh is pretty straightforward. I've been since there in the OG days. I was a very casual fan. At some point, I developed into owning a hobby shop of Yu-Gi-Oh actually. So I was working conventions, like working with Yu-Gi-Oh events and a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh related things until the moment that Pendulum hits and I dropped really hard. So there's like a giant gap between Pendulum's beginning until Master Duels, where I've been like a little blank, but I still love Yu-Gi-Oh very near to my heart, and I know a lot about it. Well, or so I believe.
Oh, so
maybe this stream will prove otherwise, or so I think.
We'll be finding that out today. I didn't know you used to own a hobby shop. That's awesome.
Yeah, same.
Really?
Oh, cool.
I thought I shared that before. Maybe not all the time. I don't know. My streams are blend all together.
It's all just a big grey haze after a while, but hey, that's fun. We get the secret Sain lore today. Alright, so Bolts, how about you? Please introduce yourself to our guests and yes, tell us a bit about your experiences with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes, hello everybody. My name is BoltsTheMechanic. I am a retro mechanic VTuber, heavily inspired by some of mine and maybe some of your favorite video game franchises of all time, like Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, a lot of things from the PS1, PS2 era. I'm a retro and nostalgic variety streamer and professional gooner. Here to share like fun facts about like anime, video games, cartoons, etc. My history with Yu-Gi-Oh is I pretty much grew up with it ever since like I first saw the anime come out on 4Kids back in the day, and when it ran very heavily in circulation on the Kids WB Saturday morning. In fact, like Yu-Gi-Oh was that show that I would always try to record on VHS, on like blank VHS tapes. If you don't know what that is, you're too young for me.
No. Don't do that, Bolts. Don't do this to me. I can't today, not today. it's my birthday on Monday.
If you didn't understand any of the words, if you didn't understand any of the words I just said, you're too young for me. If you did, then maybe you'd like the other stuff that I do. But I was very into Yu-Gi-Oh! Up until I want to say halfway through the GX era, which is when I was in middle school. And then around that time, I just sort of stopped playing until high school came back, which I believe was the middle of the 5Ds era. It started off as basically me and my friends gaslit ourselves into getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we were in an anime club, we were just chill, and we always chilled in the cafeteria afterwards, and then we were like, man, remember Yu-Gi-Oh? I remember Yu-Gi-Oh too. I still have some of my cards. I still have some of my cards too. Wouldn't it be funny if we brought like all of our cards in tomorrow and just played a little bit like we used to? Yeah, that would be fun. And then we were in it for like the next 10 years again.
It's
then I took another break.
It's very sad because that's not a million miles from my own way of getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! I started watching Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds ironically because funny card games on motorcycle anime. And by episode 4, I was just literally watching it, just not unironically, I was just hooked.
Well, the funny thing is I took another break, I want to say, around like the mid to late Zexal era. But it's one of those things where like I take a break from it every now and then I always come back. And now I play it really very casually online with a couple of friends, and every now and then I'll buy some cards just to get that dopamine. I like to play a lot of rogue decks like Raid Raptors, Heroes, and stuff like that.
Alright then, well, let's see how good your rogue knowledge does you today. Though I just want to call you on one thing though, Bolts. You said you were a, and I quote, professional gooner. Well, I'm sure you're very happy then, because Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is no longer banned in Master Duel, because, I mean, that's what you meant, right? You play Red Eyes Dark Dragoon?
Yes, that's exactly what I meant.
Yeah, okay.
I'm so glad that I can use Red Eyes Black Dragoon again. Why did it take so long to come to Master Duel?
I mean, it's been power crept
you
out
have an
anyway.
archetype.
DP is just better.
Yeah,
Gooner
true.
archetype.
At least it's not worth. At least it's not worth $200 in Master Duel like it was
Yeah,
in real
true.
life for a while.
Oh god.
Alrighty then, and last but certainly not least, Snug. How about you introduce yourself to our lovely guests and just a bit about your history with the game?
Hello. I'm Snug. Random, not Yu-Gi-Oh thing, but I just think it's cute and I want to share it. My username is cause in I think 2020 I was constantly demanding snuggles from my girlfriend, and she like jokingly complained at me, calling me a Snugubus.
Ah, that's cute.
And I was like, "What'd you just call me?" And like a Snugubus, and I'm like, "That's amazing!" So I went and made accounts everywhere for it, with no intention of what idea was gonna do with it. And then in 2022, I was like, "I want to stream," and I went to go make the account Snugubus, and I'm like, "Some person took this from." It was me.
Excellent.
Yeah, my obsession with cardboard crack started when I saw an ad for this new upcoming anime, Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was like, that looks sick, so I made my own cards for it. Like, before it even released in America, and I was just like, yes, this is what I need. This is
You were ahead of the curve.
I was just like, I need the first one's free. And then until I got, I think, vaguely peer pressured into getting into Magic because it's better, uwu. And then I didn't play it for like oh god, 20 years. I feel so old right now.
There's nothing wrong with that. I was the same.
No, I just feel old.
I started playing at the very start of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I didn't really get into it properly. And then I got back into it with the recent Master Duel. A friend of mine kind of bullied me into playing Master Duel, and I got really super into it.
Yeah,
Android, thank you for the bits. I'm sorry, we haven't got the alerts on right now. I forgot to put them on the stream because I'm very stupid. But thank you for the bits. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
yeah, I got back into it because one of my first real mod, Prince, he was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, and then just over the course of months, I finally was just like, God, I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh again. And Blue Eyes is my girl. She's always been my girl. Even during those 20 years, I would occasionally just buy decks because they said Blue Eyes on them.
Well, I'm sure you're very excited then, because I think it's like 2 weeks from now we get the Blue Eye structure deck.
Oh yeah,
getting
it's
updates on it, and it's like,
I'm
Konami's
excited.
favorite child.
John Konami really said, babe, I got you your favorite. It's the Link one that searches the field spell.
I am so excited for my daughter to become the best girl ever.
I'm in the corner like, but Red Eyes!
Red Eyes topped recently.
It did?
Red Eyes actually topped an event. I think it was like Red Eyes was like the Metamorph and Primite stuff.
Oh,
But
with
they were playing the original vanilla, so, you know, Red Eyes can say it has a top now.
Okay. Red Eyes tops.
Red Eyes tops, you heard it here first. So guys, welcome to Board Breakers. This is going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh quiz show that takes place over 5 rounds, whereby you guys are going to be trying to break my board, not by playing the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game, but rather by answering questions related to the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game. And let me give you a little preview of what you're going to be facing today. Because today, on my board, I have constructed a terrifying board consisting of Dark Artist, Engraver of the Mark, Mind Hacksaws, Small World, and Super Polymerization. Now, I'm sure you are thinking to yourself, hell, what the fuck are you doing? Half of these cards aren't even cards that stay on the field. How is this a board? Well, this is the premise of the game. There are 5 rounds that have been extremely loosely based around the premise of these cards. And you guys are going to have to deal with them. There will be 10 questions in every round, so there's a possible 50 points up on offer here.
Okay.
And of course, for our guests in the audience, feel free to play along at home. Let's see if maybe you can beat our guests, or maybe they'll be beating you. For now, though, let's get into our first round, shall we? And I'll explain the rules properly when we get there. Our first round will, of course, be the Dark Artist. In this round, I will be revealing to you 4 artworks and declaring a card name. Your job is very simple. You must identify the artwork that correctly matches the name I have declared. So there'll be 4 artworks. One of them is the real artwork for that monster. The other 3 are disgusting imposters. No Among Us jokes. No Among Us jokes. We've had Among Us jokes too many recently. We had to drink FF8 of all things. So how do you guys feel? You guys feeling confident you can identify some cards based on their artworks?
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can.
Okay. Let's get into things, shall we? So our very first artwork with a card name is one I think you can all get. The Celtic Guardian. We all know this one from the anime, but do you remember what he looks like? Is it A, B, C, or D? This one's a little slightly easy one. I think that most of you shouldn't have too much trouble with this one. So,
Letting up Zelda 4 Sword. That's my final answer for $200.
Oh my god, it is just 4 Sword Adventure.
It's funny, I know a lot of people that liked Celtic Guardian as a kid because they always thought he looked a bit like Link. And it's quite funny, when you actually look at him closely, there's not that much similar. He's just an elf with green clothes and blonde hair, and that's where the similarities end. So, for my guests, for my contestants today, what I need you now to do is to write down on your tablets, if you like, your art programs, your answers.
Okay.
And once you've all got an answer, we will reveal them simultaneously so that we can all be judged.
I'm sorry. I should have muted that laugh. The possibility. This is so well done. I'm like, holy shit! This is like a really good presentation. I'm like blasted away.
I am realizing I had your chat up so I could like do stupid jokes in response to people. I realize I need to close that now, so I'm no longer looking at your chat.
No cheating, no asking
no
chat.
No cheating.
I already wrote my answer before I saw people saying stuff in chat, so I did not cheat.
It's fine. You guys are on the honor system. Unfortunately, we have worse prize support here than at YCS's, so you don't even get an air fryer for winning. I'm sorry.
Oh.
What about a Switch?
In this economy? Alright, have you guys got your answers down?
Back in my day, prizes were worth more than the decks used to win them.
It'll be interesting to see whether Konami upgrade the pricing to a Switch 2 when that comes out.
And yet it'll still be cheaper than whatever deck ends up topping.
Probably.
It'll be cheaper than a single card in that deck.
It'll be cheaper.
Alright, have you guys got your answers?
Yes.
Alright, let's reveal your answers.
Whoa.
Oh. Guys! Bolts, you haven't got your answer written down.
My what?
Bolts.
You haven't got your answer written down.
What? That's... Okay, that's...
Hold on. Technical... It's fine.
it froze.
The stuff is happening.
Yeah.
1 moment. There was a second, everyone.
Oh,
I
everything
think my
burnt.
screen share froze. There we go.
I need to click a button. I need to do this. Alright, let's try it again. And of course, everyone has put A. Is the answer A? Let us find out together. Of course it is. Everyone knows the Celtic Guardian is a boy in green. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I could definitely see a world where he could wear a different fit from time to time. I think he could get away with that, don't you?
Yeah.
Alright, well, that of course puts everyone up to 1 point. But again, we're starting off easy. They're gonna start off easy, but they're gonna end off a little bit trickier. So let's move on.
Okay.
Oops, don't know why that audio triggered again. Alright, so our next question. How do you guys feel about the Charmers? Do you know the
Heck
Charmer
yeah.
monsters?
I love them.
Do
Yes.
you guys have a
I
favorite
love
Charmer?
them.
There's so many of them.
Area.
Area? Based? Respectable?
Yeah.
Honestly, there is no incorrect answer, I think, apart from maybe Dark, but that's just my personal bias.
Ooh.
So here's the question, though. You know the Charmers, but can you identify Elsa the Earth Charmer from these 4 artworks? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Or is it D? Which one of these is the artwork for the card called Elsa the Earth Charmer?
This is what I mean when I say there's too many charmers. Very
This isn't
easy.
even every variant of this character, actually. This does not include the Link monster variant.
Well, this is for me. This is like, oof! I was in love with these.
Elsa is the best one in my opinion. There's no wrong answers, but Elsa is my favorite. It's the glasses. I can't help it. I like glasses.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was like, I could see the bias in there.
Kind of looks like Negi from Negima.
Oh my god, she kind of is like gender swap Nikki, isn't she? Oh my god, I never
Wow.
thought about that. Alright, do you guys have an answer down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see what you guys said. Oh, so we've got a B from Snug, A from, saying that it's C on yours? A little bit zoomed out. Oh,
Mine's a B.
no, Sain. I can't see. Oh, it's a B. Sorry, I see. Sain's got a B.
It's B. It's B.
Okay, so
I gotta draw it bigger.
So we're off to the point now where scores are going to change one way or another, perhaps. If one of you has got the correct answer and others of you have not, going to be in a split. So let's find out which of these is the real Elsa the Earth Charmer. It is actually
Wait, what?
C. C
Really?
is the correct answer.
Oh, it's just... What?
So going from left to right here, A
Familiar
is
possess.
Familiar Possessed. B
Yeah,
is
I know what I'm
Avalanching Elsa, which was the older retrain of her. C is the original,
Yeah.
and D is Elsa the Earth Channeler. Not to be
I
confused with
bamboozled
Charmer, they're
myself.
completely
I knew
different.
it
Also, I don't know why
wasn't D,
I'm doing music there.
but I wasn't sure about the other ones.
Yeah, I
So,
bamboozled
unfortunately,
myself real hard.
No points there, but that's fine. Again, I've kind of made a good mix of questions here, I think. So some of you might
this
make
is
up
good.
next. Our next round. Do you love Ray? Would you die for Sky Striker Ace Ray? Is the support card going to change your life and be the best thing ever? But, well, whether you are or not, can you identify the worst Sky Striker Ace card? Well, Link Monster, I guess. Can you identify Sky Striker Ace Kaina? Is it A, B, C, or D? Which one of these is the real artwork for Sky Striker Ace Kaina? You guys have a favorite Sky Striker suit?
I've gone up against many in Master Duel.
I quite like the Hayate one personally myself, but it's direct attacker.
I like the idea around this. I like the idea around this card.
Yeah, it's a very fun archetype, isn't it? It's a shame that they just shame they play on such an awkward axis that they become very obnoxious to deal with in a best of one. Alright, do you guys have your answers?
Yay.
Everyone got their answers? Okay, that's reveal. Okay, we've got BBA. Another split here. Alright, well, let's go and take a look and see. And we'll tell you for a fact that at least one of you has gotten the answer correctly here. The real Sky Striker Ace Kaina is B. Unfortunately, that will be one for Sain and one for Bolts. So, yes, the Sky Strikers are all different colours. The red one is, obviously these are just edits of the original one. The red one is Kagari. The green one is Hayate, and the blue one is Shizuka. And I just changed the colour of them all to kind of throw you off the scent a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
almost
So
thought
you
it
have
was
chances
blue.
to make it up. Alright, coming up next. Maiden with Eyes of Blue. Snug,
Yo,
you said you like
yes.
some blue eyes.
Oh,
Do you know what
I was girlfriend.
Can you identify Maiden with Eyes of Blue from her card artwork alone? Let us find out together, shall we?
go Sain, go.
Is it
I'd be so sad.
A, B, C, or D? What color does Maiden with Eyes of Blue wear in her artwork?
These are good edits. These are
These are really good edits.
You work really, really hard on this.
There are some edits that I like better than the original card.
So
I'm not gonna lie, there is one, I cannot say which because it will ruin it. I will point out when he gets to it. There is one edit in this round that I am genuinely upset is not the actual real artwork because I like it so much more than the original. Alright, do you guys have your answers?
Wait. No, hold on.
No?
I had a gut instinct, now I'm second guessing myself.
Oh no. That's fine, you can rethink. You don't have to moment to think.
I don't actually run this card because it's not good.
Isn't it? I assumed I don't know Blue Eyes decks. I assumed they all ran this card, I'll be honest.
Nope. Not good at all.
I think the only time I run into Blue Eyes decks... Normally I run into Blue Eyes decks is just like the structure deck on the ladder.
Okay, I'm changing away from my gut instinct, and I'm gonna be sad if I'm wrong.
Okay, are you all locked in?
Yes.
Okay, we will reveal your answers. BBD! Okay, interesting. Let us find out what the real fit is for Maiden with Eyes of Blue. It is B! For some reason, Maiden with Eyes of Blue has a dress that is brown. Although, I will fully agree that the blue one looks significantly better.
I agree. I think I know why. It's because she's based off of Kaiba's girlfriend from Ancient
Yes,
Egypt.
exactly.
Yeah,
all the worn clothes from back in the day in the Ancient Egypt were like this. So
Right,
that's what I
brown.
imagine. But I do like the silver. I like D.
The silver one I think looks really good, yeah. That's okay though, we can make it up next round. There's plenty, again, there's 50 questions total, so you've got plenty of chances to make up. Coming up next, we have Kashtira Fenrir. Who loves Kashtira? Aren't Kashtira just very fun and interactive?
Say that with all my heart. I'm so sorry.
I hate them
this
so
is
much.
disgusting.
Ban them.
They
They're
worse.
the easiest low-effort engine in the entire game right now. Ban them.
No, this is ass. I'm sorry. Did I send you a screenshot of the Kashtira duel that I had? I don't know if I did. I sent it around, but holy. This is it is so oh my goodness. I've never been
like this archetype.
So I've never been so traumatized by someone.
Just from the suit you guys produced upon seeing it.
I did not have any strong feelings on Kashtira until now. Now I like it because that reaction was hilarious.
We are getting so much venom right now.
Funny.
I am the world's biggest Kashtira apologist. We all know this. Although I will say, Kashtira Fenrir is definitely more a problem card than a Rise Heart. So much so that he's literally your problem now. Which of these artworks is the real Kashtira Fenrir? Is it A, B, C, or D? What
I've seen this card so many
times.
This is being ingrained in my memory.
I got this wrong.
Yeah,
Again, I try to include a good mix of cards, ones that are very popular, ones that you'd see a lot, and ones that maybe you don't. I think we all know, we've all seen this card plenty in the past.
I'm sorry I was so animated for a second. I hate this card.
You are fine. Alright, we got our answers locked in.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what you guys have said. CCD! More like CCD's nuts. Got him! Sorry. I'm sorry, it's a reflex, I can't help it.
Sorry.
Alright, so let's see.
I drew a middle finger in there too.
I appreciate the animation. So the real one is... It is C! This was the question I was alluding to. I don't know why Kashtira Fenrir is just randomly partially magenta. Like...
Yeah. It feels
Okay.
like D should be the right answer.
Yeah, like all red, like genuinely, I'm not just saying it's going to make it. All red Castura Fenrir looks really good.
No,
It
I feel
does.
like D blends too hard. I feel like B is looks really good. Magenta looks
It
a
also
little
looks good,
off.
yeah. It's just really weird they have the magenta on there, so that puts up to 441. Oh,
The magenta almost looks like a
bonus with points for
sphincter.
the same little finger doodle. Thank you so much.
Every time I see that card, I just go, "Oh, it's the red thing," and then ignore it. I
Yeah.
did not realize it was pink at all.
It's really, yeah, it's really weird. The Castura. I actually drew an artwork of myself as a Castura monster a while back, and it's so hard to try and draw something that looks like it fits a Castura aesthetic because, apart from being a lot of red, there is like nothing consistent beyond that. Like some of them have pink, some of them have black, some of them have purple. It is just wild. Anyways, let's move on from the Fenrir. We'll banish him face down for his crimes.
Okay.
Coming up next, we have.
Hashtag ban Fenrir.
Ah, whoa, that's not going to happen.
Oh,
Hold up.
whoa.
Whoa, what happened?
What is that? What is this? This isn't going to be
What
enough.
happened?
Ah.
Hold on, let me just fix that.
Oops.
What?
There we go. There we go.
Oh!
I was
Sorry.
wondering. I was
Oh,
wondering
it's a
when this shoe was gonna
bear! I'm
drop.
like, I thought you were having scuff.
So, do you accept Frog the Jam?
Yes.
This is
Yes.
not a question.
I
This is
will
a
play the
statement.
Frog
You
the
will
Jam
accept
every
Frog the
day.
Jam. This is not optional. He is here now. He is here to judge you. Can you identify
Yeah.
his artwork, however? Is it
No.
A? Is it B, C, or D? Those of you with eyes may have realized that I have not edited Frog the Jam himself. That is because to do such a thing would be a crime against Frog the Jam. So which of these is his real artwork?
I should know this.
You should know this.
Considering how often I see, like, I don't think I can look at Sain, not Sain. I don't think I can look at him without thinking Frog the Jam. It's become embedded in my cerebral cortex, so I'll be very disappointed.
The
if I
frog
get
is
this
in the
wrong.
room with us right now. Now, there's no punishment for
Yeah.
getting it wrong, but I will be judging you on some level. Not out loud.
And that is the worst punishment of all.
Exactly. I won't be mad. I'll just be disappointed.
Frog the Jam is behind me with a gun. Oh my God, you better not freaking get this wrong. You saw me just like 2 weeks ago. It's like, I did.
All right, have we got our answers in?
Nope.
Yes.
No?
I
Okay,
do.
that's fine. You're allowed a bit more time to think. And as much time as you think you
was-
require.
I was distracted.
To be fair, Frog the Jam
I'm
is
ready.
very distracting.
I agree.
Just let us know when you're ready.
Oh, sorry. I'm ready.
Okay, everyone ready? You ready, Sain?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All
I'm
right,
ready.
let's
I'm
see
ready.
who is the real Frog the Jam enjoyer and who's the fake Frog enjoyer. D. Oh, I love the sketches. The sketches are wonderful. The little party hat. You'd love to see it.
I love
Did
doing
you
get it
dimension
correct?
demons.
Did you get the answer correct? And I thank you so much for the bits. Thank you so much. Did you get the answer correct? Let's find out which is the real Frog the Jam. It is D. Everyone got it correct, as I should hope so.
Let's go.
If
Yeah,
you
You
got,
killed me with this thing.
I
You
did
killed me
actually,
with
in
this
fact,
thing.
lie to you. If you did get this one wrong, you actually would have been just booted from the collab immediately. So I'm glad we don't have to do that. It would make for a very awkward conversation later.
I will send
Thank God we
Helm-Chan
are
will personally send you to Brazil.
Yes, exactly.
I would
Alright.
have weirdly been more upset about getting this wrong than getting the Blue Eyes card wrong. Because it's just like,
That's
I mean, it's a
fair.
Blue Eyes card I don't play, but the favorite monster of one of my friends, I need to know this one.
Well, at least you did. You're back into it. Let's go. So, Dark Guardian. Do you guys like Gate Guardian? I love Gate Guardian. It's absolute shit. It's a terrible card. It doesn't do
Really?
barely anything. But I love him. Dark Guardian is part of the new wave of Gate Guardian support. And I don't actually play it in my brew. I don't think it's very good. But I do think it's good enough to make it into this question. So can you identify Dark Guardian? Which of these monsters is the real one? Is it A, B, C, or D? Which of these monsters is the monster known officially as Dark Guardian? This
Oh,
one's either going to
this
be
one's
very
fun.
easy or very hard.
if you're not up to date with the meta,
I'm
then I
good.
could, yeah, this would be hard. But this is so far the easiest question.
I like how you say up to date with the meta, Bolts, as if Gate Guardian has ever seen competitive success.
Fair.
All right, do we have our answers?
So they would be meta if they like were as broken as they were in the show when they were first introduced.
Maybe. I think with how power crept the game is, I think even anime accurate Gate Guardian would still not be good enough today.
I'd like to believe in Gate Guardian's Suijin dick.
Excuse me.
That was a joke while we were watching the Paradox
Suijin.
duel on stream because Suijin's face is just on the crotch of the Guardian and it's
literally
water.
So true.
With that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, it's squirting everywhere. It's literally just Gate Guardian's dick.
Alrighty.
You
So,
got the raw deal in the organization there.
have you guys got your answers in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, we're
Okay,
locked in.
let's see what you said. We've gone for C across the board. Is it C for correct? Of course it is. It is C for Dark Guardian. Yeah, for some reason, Dark Guardian, despite being a Gate Guardian support card, is literally just Vorse Vader on a Jiraiya.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna
Oh
say
my
that
god,
it looks like
is.
it just looks like two classic monsters combined. This is my Neater bug where
Yeah.
like Vorse Rider or Chatonian Soldier or something like that.
So for absolutely no bonus points, whatsoever, would you guys like to take a stab at the other monsters? Can you identify those?
Oh, I know the fourth one is a Fabled. I think it's a no Fabled. Dark World. It's a Dark
yeah.
World.
I know the second one is a color swap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So
the
the-
other one, Soldier. That's one of those Tristan monsters. Every time I see that archetype looking like that, I said that's a Tristan card.
I'm actually not sure if this one was or not, I'll be honest with you. Okay, in order. The first card is, I believe it's called Cyber Soldier of Dark World. It's just a vanilla. I think it's a vanilla. It's either a vanilla or it's like barely does anything. I literally just looked up a card with dark in its name. That was the first one that I found. The second one, yeah, this was my my awful red herring. It's literally just Gate Guardian flipped horizontally, hue shifted, and it's a little hard to see when it's not zoomed in. Let me zoom in a little bit real quick. I did go the extra effort to put the dark kanji on all three of the parts, just to try and trip you up if you weren't familiar.
Yeah, so much effort.
And then finally,
This passes like the
Wait.
Necros Exodia, honestly.
Is the last one Gonti? Gonti?
Genta. Yes, it is Genta, Gate Man of Dark World. Yes.
Yeah.
Again, I was just looking for cards with dark in their names. This was quite an easy one, but hey, that's fine. Again, we have a good mixture of easy and hard questions. I will just say this. If you think these questions are easy, I guarantee you that there's going to be at least one in this round, probably the last one, that you will be probably not so sure
I
about.
can feel these are going to get harder. I can feel it.
Well, let's see what's coming up next, shall we? It is Harpy Queen. Do you like Harpy monsters? Did you know
Yes.
the Harpy support cards? Do you know Harpy Queen well enough? So we are going to be using the TCG artwork for Harpy Queen, meaning that she does have the bodysuit on, unlike the OCG one where, well, they don't. So let's see. Can you identify the correct queen? Is it A, B, C, or D? Which of these is the real Harpy Queen?
It's like my variants. I can just change color to these to look like her.
Whoever like came up with the design, I said I was a professional gooner. Whoever came up with the original design for the Harpy ladies, they were the professional gooner because it's not. They were like practically wearing nothing.
Oh yeah, the original Harpy lady has like a. I was gonna say she has like
They're
such a
wearing
plunging
body
neckline. I don't know if it,
G-string,
yeah,
basically.
I don't think it counts as a neckline at that point.
No,
I
it does.
really want to make a full Lost Art Harpy deck.
Have they
Just
released
be so
TCG versions of all of them yet? I know some of them have.
There's a bunch. I don't know if it's all of them, but there's like 6 of them or something. There's
Hmm.
a lot of Lost Art Harpies. The entirety of it is just, hey, my Valentine, all of your art is banned.
Funnily enough, I saw a fantastic
It's fun.
artwork by a Japanese user who made a artwork of changes in the TCG that are actually for the better. Like, for example, one of them was the monster Maximum 6. which is he's just a big guy with 6 arms, and he has, in the Japanese artwork, he has the Roman numerals XI on his chest. Which, those of you who know the Roman numerals know, that is not 6, that is 11.
What?
Yeah. In the English version, they change it to be VI, so it's 6. One of the artworks this user made that he said was better was the harpies. He literally just said, harpies. Nice. Alright, you guys have your answers locked in.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's see what you've got. A! Lots of A's here. Very constant here. A, the mouth. Alright, is A correct? It is A. Congratulations. I thought I would trip some of you guys up with this one. The trick I pulled with this one is the fact that the other ones are actually based off of other harpy monsters. The black and grey one is based off of Chandler, the purple one is based off of Perfumer, and I think the third one was based off of... I forget which one that was based off of, actually, but it was based off of something. But there we go.
One of those, like, OG hand traps cards, so yeah, it's pretty good.
Coming up next. I to let that sound play out the whole time. Next up, Green Gadget. Have you guys been playing any gadgets, maybe? Do you know what your gadgets
I used
look
to run
like?
this deck.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see if your memory holds up. One of these gadgets.
I don't run it.
One of these gadgets will add a card from your deck to your hand. The other 3 will get you banned from the YCS. Which is it? Is it A, B, C, or D? Which one of these green gadgets is actually the green gadget?
This is a good one. I know the answer.
This is a good one.
This one was the one that took the most time to edit. I'll just say that.
Holy, you actually did a good job with these.
This is a good trick question. I think I know it though.
I'm gonna. Oh my god, from the top of my heart.
I locked in on a guess.
Hey, I mean, you got 25% chance of getting it right.
Like one that felt right, but I don't know.
No, hold on. Ooh. Because this is incredible. This is an incredible edit right here. No, wait, hold on. No. It's not that. It's gotta be this. There we go.
Alright, are we all locked in?
I hope I get it right, because I'm gonna be so mad. I used to play these.
Has everyone got their answers in?
Yeah.
Bolts, you locked in?
Oh, yep, I'm good.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be so mad.
What did you guys say? C, B, and D! Oh, 3-way split. Interesting. Well, someone's going to be getting a point here. But who will it be? The real green gadget is...
I was going to say...
It is B!
Damn it, I'm so mad. I said B as well.
Wait, can I guess what the other ones are?
D is red.
D is red, C is yellow, and I think A is either silver or gold.
You're mostly correct. A is actually platinum.
For some reason. I do remember because of the googly eyes on D is like, wow, those are so funny. I remember always as red, but my brain is blending yellow and green because I don't know why. It's just like it's a mix of things.
As someone correctly points out in the comments, Amray points out, there's actually a very obvious tell here that I deliberately did not edit. You can tell which gadgets are which by the color of the background. The color of the lightning coming off of them is the color of the monster they search, and the color of the background is the color of the monster that searches them. So green gadget searches yellow and is searched by red, and that's why B is the correct answer. A is literally just platinum gadget. It's just one of their link monsters, but I needed a 4th gadget to blend in with the group.
I knew that A wasn't the answer because that's like so new, but
yeah.
I mean, not new, but you know what I mean. Like it's like compared to the age where it came out.
It was a pretty easy tell that A was incorrect. Coming up next. This is the final question, and this is in my opinion the hardest question. I will tell you guys this before I reveal the pictures. I showed this question to someone who is a judge, to someone who plays Yu-Gi-Oh at YCS levels, and nearly topped once. They got this question wrong. So, good luck. No no pressure or anything. I know you play Cyber Dragon, Sain, but no pressure or anything, you know.
No, you're good, you're good.
So, which is the real Chimeric Overdragon? Is it A, B, C,
Holy,
or D?
okay. You
Now-
didn't just pick any other monster, you picked the same monster over
Yes.
and over.
And just in case anyone is having trouble seeing the differences, I would direct your attention to the orbs at the middle and on the heads. That is that is where you should be directing your attention to find the differences here.
Like, it's so minimal.
Ooh, that's such a small detail.
It's such a small one. It does, maybe it has all of one color orb. Maybe it's 50-50. Who knows? Maybe I'm just gaslighting you. Who knows?
You are gaslighting us. But something tells it a little bit apart. And it's very difficult, but it is.
I've looked at this card so many times. And Zane's one of my favorite characters in like all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yet. Fudge.
I will be honest. I don't think I would have gotten this question if it wasn't for the fact that about a year or two ago I drew a waifu version of this card. That's the only reason why I think I would get this question.
I love you,
That's
Helmy. You're great.
That's amazing.
Alright, are we locked in for the final question of the
No.
round?
Yes.
No.
No? Okay, it's fine. You can have a moment longer to think.
I
I'm ready.
I'm going to put up full size again so people can see a little bit clearer while you guys are locking in, because this is
I
a
had to
very,
pull up
very
my
small
screen
difference
to
for the people on
really look
stream.
at
I want to be able to see it.
okay. I'm locked in.
Alright, are we all locked in?
Locked in.
Yeah.
Everyone's
okay.
locked in. Let's see what you've put. CDC. Okay, so we are going for either it has all the red orbs, or we are going for red orbs on the body and blue orbs on the face. Which one is the correct answer? It is C.
Yeah.
Chimeric
Yeah.
Overdragon has blue orbs on the face and red orbs on the body.
Yeah, this one's tricky as hell.
It
But
was a really hard one. I deliberately made this one to be one that I was.
going back and forth
I
between C and D.
I didn't know the answer, but I was just staring at it and I'm like, what would I design it to be? and eventually I was like, I think I would keep, because this isn't an evil one of the Cyber Dragons, but it's Over Dragon, so there should be some red. And so I
yeah.
just, like, that's how I came to see.
Yeah. Well, that
That
was
was
our
knowledge.
last question. With that
Design
taken
choice.
out, we remove our Chimeric Overdragons. You have finally overcome my Dark Artist. At the end of that round, the scores are Sain has 8 points, Bolts has 8 points, and Snug is at 5, but there's still everything to play for. We've got 4 more rounds ahead of us yet. You guys feeling good going to round 2?
Oh yeah.
Let's see how you deal with my next card.
Mm-hmm.
My Engraver of the Mark! So for this round will not be multiple choice. For this round, I will be describing to you a card. Your job is to identify that card. However, there is a catch. The Engraver of the Mark has left his mark upon the card, and in doing so, has changed one of the letters in that card's name. And this fundamentally changes the card. So you are not looking for an actual card name, you're looking for an actual card name that has been changed by exactly one letter. To give you an example, because I want to make sure that everyone understands the premise before we go into the next round, you know, it's only fair. If I described a card that was something along the lines of, this normal spell is on the forbidden list forever, because although it allows you to draw 2 cards, it also forces you to have reproductive sex with your opponent. That would of course be Pot of Greed. So instead of Pot of Greed, it's Pot of Breed. You see? Do you guys understand the premise now, yeah? Do you understand what we're doing? Okay. So you need to try and tap into the very particular mindset that I have for this
Is this
round.
a real card? Is Engraver of the Mark a real
Engraver of the Mark is a real card. It's a card that is always kind of like, people think you can play, but it's never been good enough. It's a hand trap that you... So all the effect text here have been changed, obviously. The real card, you activate it in response to your opponent activating a card where they declare a card name, and you can declare any other card name. So say your opponent activates Crossout Designator and calls Maxi. You could chain this and call Ash Blossom, and now their Crossout forces them to banish an Ash Blossom instead. It's a very fun card on paper, but it's never actually been good enough to really see proper play. So,
That's cool.
Okay.
our first one, the first card that I will be describing for you is... This level 7 Dark Spellcaster is the ultimate wizard in terms of hitting bullseyes and scoring triple 20s. So your job is to now identify this card that has been modified by one letter. This round's a little tougher, I'm not gonna lie.
I get this one. I get it.
I had a lot of fun coming up with this. The audience seemed to have identified the card, but not necessarily how it's been altered, or I think one person may have gotten it.
Why can't I write? What's happening?
Wait. Do we have to write the name?
Yes, write the name down.
Yeah.
You can just use like a text entry if you want, if you don't want to write the whole thing out. I will say, spelling is not super important here. As long as you get the idea across, I don't mind if you make a typo or a misspelling. It's fine.
Okay.
So are we writing? Correction. Are we writing the altered name or
The altered name,
original
yes.
name?
We want the altered
Okay.
name.
With one changed letter.
Yes. It's a card
Okay.
that its letter changed, but its
One
name changed by
letter.
exactly one letter.
Just one letter.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
I had a lot of fun writing the questions for this round in particular. This might be my favorite
This
round
is
ever.
so creative as hell. It took me out. It took me like 10 seconds to like identify like how would we go about this, and it's so clever.
Why? I have my answer down. It's just program glitching.
Oh.
Stupid.
That's okay, I can see it on my end.
Okay.
Right, I think we're just waiting on bolts.
Yeah, sorry, it's my phone.
That's all good. Let us know when you're locked in.
There we go. Fixed it.
I'm kind of proud of what I did. It better be this, or I'm swear I'm gonna be crazy. This is an iconic description. I better shut up. That actually gives out some.
Alright, is everyone
All
locked
right,
in?
I'm gonna go with this. Yeah.
Okay, then let's reveal what you have put. You guys have put Dart Magician, Mark Magician, and Dart Magician. I think that's... Oh, Sain, you've your thing is... There you go, thank you.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I think Bolts may
Oh,
have
wait, is it
realised, I
right?
think
There
you
you go.
guys know. Is it in fact Dart Magician? Of course the card is Dart Magician. And he has edited it to the Dart Magician because yes, he is the ultimate wizard in terms of hitting bullseyes and triple 20s. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't sure how many people would get this one because at least over here, the general experience of the game of darts is that it is played exclusively by like fat guys in their 40s who hang around in pubs all day.
No, that's pretty accurate for here in America. Too.
Okay,
Well,
I'm
see,
glad it's a
I-
universal constant.
I grew up watching British comedies, and darts came up in the I go to the pub episode. So,
So yes, it really is a universal constant.
This is one letter. The Mark Magician also fits really good.
That would
Yeah,
be great. Mark Magician would be
I-
great if we had Markiplier as the Dark Magician.
sadly it's two
Hello, everybody. I'm
letters.
the Mark Magician.
Alright, our next card up. If you need to stick some level rank link 2 monsters together, this level 2 Dark Thunder monster might be just the adhesive that you need.
Level 2 rank link monster.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure some of my guests that are regular to my streams probably know this one. It's the minor hint is it's a card that I play a decent amount of. That's the only hint I will give.
I'm very aware. I just don't know what the cards are named. Wait.
You have all the clues you need in the answer.
Wow.
I'll say that.
Wow, I am so out of touch with this one.
I don't remember the name. It was like.
Don't say it out loud.
Yeah, don't say it out loud, obviously, but
No, I'm not gonna say it out loud. I'm not gonna say it out loud.
yeah. See, the hard thing for this is that when I write questions, it's very difficult to try and figure out what questions are easy and hard. Because when you write the questions for a quiz, the questions always seem easy to you because you wrote them, you know?
No. Thunder.
Every part of this is important.
Oh, if you need to stick. Oh, level stick. I thought it's not.
Okay, so I think I've got the name, but now I'm trying to figure out what letter do I change. Stick things together like adhesive.
How are you guys doing at home? Do you guys have this one? Are you guys beating our guests here? I knew this was going to be the round that starts getting people a bit stumped. The dark card was the warm-up round.
Okay. Let's see.
Wait.
I think we may have to put you guys on a clock if we take.
Is it only one letter?
Only one letter. Only one letter. If you don't get it, you're going to see it and be like, how did I not get that? Yeah, I didn't think this was one of the harder ones, but then again, it's a card that I play, so of course I think of it a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have the monster's name, but now I'm trying to think, what letter do I change to invoke that description?
I think we need to put you guys on a little bit of a clock. I don't want you guys to get a penalty for slow playing here.
All right. I do not know the answer, so I put in a fun answer.
That is fine. If you don't know the answer, you don't know the answer. Some of these will be ones where it's like, if you will either see it or you'll just never find it, I will say. I'll give you guys another 20 seconds or so to lock in. I'm
locked in.
You're locked in?
I'm locked in with not knowing the answer.
That's fine. Same, Bolts. What about you guys? You locked in?
Yeah, I'm cooked. So
Okay. Bolts, you got your answer in?
I guessed, yeah.
Okay. So let's see what you guys have put.
I'm ready to
We've
hit
got-
myself with it.
We've got live twin. What does that say?
Say life tape.
Live tape Leela.
I went with 2 letters. Oh, it's a level 2. Is it dark? I remember if I think.
So she is actually a dark, but she is not a thunder. All the live twins are cybers. We've got Spells with Gigantic Strite and Snug with Frog the Gel. Let's see what the actual monster is. The monster I was describing before it was altered was Sprite Blue.
Sprite Blue.
Oh.
Which of course becomes Sprite Blue.
Sprite Blue. I
told you it would be one. I told you that as soon as you saw it, you were going to be like, of course it is. So no points that round.
I was like, I knew it was one of the sprites, but I'm just like, I don't know any of their names.
Yeah, me neither. So I just went with like
something
that goes in
you should stop
that.
playing them, clearly. Funnily enough, in my experience, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh VTubers do place live twin sprites, and I don't know how much of that is just because they're VTubers or it's just because they're cute girls. I don't know.
But they're not dragons.
The answer is yes.
I mean, anything can be a dragon if you flip DNA surgery.
But I hate that you're right.
Alright, our next card. This 6th spell, named after a monster in the 6 samurai archetype, allows you to give your opponent a monster, but only if you treat it to a nice hot bath and a massage first.
Damn it! I used this
when was
deck!
the last time I looked at 6 samurais?
Here is your hint. Here is your hint for this card. This is not a 6 samurai card. That is your hint. It's named after a 6 samurai monster, but it is not a 6 samurai card. That is the only hint I will give.
That might actually make it harder.
Wow.
Monster allows you to give.
All right, locked in, not knowing the answer.
I will say this one's probably a more obscure one than the last one. This is a card you probably haven't seen much play of. The card that's only ever used for annoying, dumb bullshit.
I think that's okay.
One of these questions is going to secretly be a Rush Duel card just out of left field.
I will say there are no trick questions here. I deliberately made sure there are no questions here that are just factually inaccurate or rush duel or speed duel. I deliberately made sure that these are all actual real questions because I don't want anyone to be like, cheated out of a point.
You're telling me that none of the answers are red eyes black cat or blue eyes white cat? I feel robbed.
Have we got our answers in?
Maybe.
Okay. Are we all locked in? Snug, Bolts, Sain, you guys locked in? You are filling me with confidence. Are we locked in?
I've been locked in.
Okay, we're all locked in, yeah? Okay. Let's see what we've got. We have Sain has put Xian's Spa, Bolts with Hot Spring Shogun, and Snug with Fog the Soap. What is the correct answer? The card we are referring to is Xian's Spy, a card that literally just gives your opponent a monster. And of course, yes, a nice hot bath and a massage would make it Xian's Spa. So that would be it. There's a point for Sain.
That's insane.
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 Alright, let's move on to the next one.
I actually
next
heard this
card that
joke
we will be
before.
describing for you is... Nobody's quite sure why, but this attractive older woman is part of an archetype of extremely cute and cuddly level 2 beast monsters. I will give you guys one more hint for this one because I should have put this on the card. This is referring to an Xyz monster. That is your hint. This one I had a lot of fun coming up with.
Level 2 beast type.
Again, remember, everything... there's no extraneous information here. All the information here is information relevant to solving the puzzle. Every part.
Even if you tell me to use Google, I wouldn't be able to get this. This is like... I feel like I've seen the art, but if I dig into the archetype, there's like very little that I would know about this.
I don't know what this archetype is.
Audio's being done today. Refresh that.
Crap, what is that?
I think some people in the audience might have an idea here.
I keep thinking about zombies, but it's beasts written in there.
It is definitely beasts. They're explicitly beasts. Funnily enough, you could play these cards with sprites, actually. I actually played someone playing this deck with sprite at locals once.
With sprite?
Yeah. Well, because of level 2, you know.
Wait, I think I know what the archetype is. I'm trying to remember the name of the card.
Okay.
The archetype.
So remember, we're looking for the Xyz monster that is part of this archetype, with one letter changed.
Oh, God. Nobody's quite sure why, but this attractive older woman is part of...
I think I'm going to put you guys in a small clock here. You know, I'm going to get my timer on my phone here. I want you guys to have time to think, but I don't want you guys to have too much time to think. That wouldn't be fun, would it?
Yeah.
True.
I'm going to put you guys on a 1 minute clock. Of course, if you lock in before then, that's fine.
I'm done.
You're done?
We'll see what this... At the very least, I hope that we'll get a good laugh out of everybody.
I do not remember the archetype's name, so I'm just locking in with not knowing again.
Okay. So is everyone locked in then?
Yeah.
Let's see what you've put. We have... Sain has gone for Feast Tamer. Bolts has gone for Milfy Mummy. And Snug has gone for the Evolution Arc. You're referring to Pearly. Well,
yes. Pearly, that was it.
Well, unfortunately, Snug, Pearly is a level 1 monster. But what is level 2 are the Melfi monsters. The card we are referring to is Melfi Mommy, which becomes Milfy Mommy.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yes.
What is a Milfy Mommy?
So Melfi Mommy, the actual card work is just like a big cuddly I don't know what she's meant to be honest. She's like a fox creature thing. Like, she looks very
Yeah,
soft,
she's
but
like a pink fox
yeah,
creature.
She looks like a giant plush toy. But of course, by changing a E to an I, you can get a very different card out of that archetype. This may not be the last sussy answer for this round, so keep your eyes peeled.
Darn it, but that's what I'm good at.
Alright, our next card.
Huh.
This peculiar spell card allows you to combine your life points with your opponents and then split them equally, but only if they agree. However, if both of you are fans of BL, they cannot refuse.
Okay, I think I know the card, but now I'm pretty sure I know this card.
Yeah.
I
The funny thing is, I wrote this question before that. Have you guys seen that Miku song that came out recently, the Rotten Girl one?
Where she's like trash talking you.
No, the one where she's like obsessed with yaoi and feeling guilty about it.
Alright.
Oh, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to send you it later because it's really good. But it's funny, I wrote this before that came out and everyone started like sharing it around.
Alright, I locked in.
Okay.
I don't know any of these cards.
To be fair, this is a hard round. This is one of those ones where you're either going to get it or not get it.
What's ahead? Let's see.
Boys love.
Yes, remember, everything here is relevant. Nothing about this is irrelevant to the answer. I've done my best to try to ensure that these questions do not contain any deliberate red herrings. I'm here to test you, not to outwit you.
You need to be a real weeb with this.
Alright, do we have our answers locked in? Need a bit longer?
Yes.
If you give it 16 more seconds so the ad break is done.
Oh, yeah, we'll wait. We'll get a good salt. Yeah, we'll get the ad break finish up. Unfortunately, I've got so many windows open, I really can't manage the ads well at the moment. I do apologize.
No, I have your stream up still, so I can see.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
everyone else answers.
Alright, so.
Okay.
Is everyone locked in?
Hold on.
Yes.
Even. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay.
Okay, go with that. Then we will reveal the answers you guys have given. Behold. Oops, that's the wrong button. Behold. Sain has put Fujo Friendship. Bolt has put Evenly Spit. And Snug has put Fujoshi the Jahan. I can reveal to you now.
Sain, I think you're right.
The card I'm referring to was Yu-Gi-Oh Friendship.
Yu-Gi-Oh Friendship.
And by changing one letter, it becomes Fujo Friendship.
Yu-Gi-Oh Friendship. That's
I was
brilliant.
like,
I like this nonsense, okay? I like Joey, so.
So
I
yes, this
was
card,
like the past. I
No,
didn't
this
have
card
any
features-
Fujoshi joke.
Auntie, thank you for the
Well done,
raid.
Sain.
Welcome in, Raiders. Pardon me, we're just, I haven't got my alerts on right now. Welcome in.
This
Welcome
one
to
was very clever.
our quiz show here. We are currently doing a round where I am altering the card names by one letter. And you must figure out what card has been described. And we have just gotten a Fujo Friendship out of Yu-Gi-Oh Friendship. So yeah, for those unfamiliar, Yu-Gi-Oh Friendship, this card features Yugi and Joey on it. And yeah, the effect is literally just that you combine your life points and split them equally. The original card, but before we altered it, if you reveal Unity in your hand, or graveyard I think it is, then your opponent has to agree to do it. So the actual card makes you shake hands.
I tried to
Funny.
make that card viable so hard.
It's
so
a very
difficult.
goofy card, but it's a fun one to try and make work. And next card up. This trap card allows you to summon 2 spell or trap cards from your deck as if they were monsters, and then gives them cute little single-story houses to live in. Aw, isn't that nice?
Okay, let's see.
Ooh, wait! I know what this card is. I know
Oh?
what this card is.
There's not many. I
'Cause
can't think of another card that has an effect close to this one. So if you know this card,
I think we talked about this card when we were streaming 2 weeks ago.
we might have done. I don't remember actually. But can you work out what the card is and what's been ordered to it? I am looking at you guys in the comments. It's fun seeing the answers you guys are coming up with.
Okay, I think I got it.
I have to watch this VOD. I desperately want to see the comments.
I also remember this card because my friend in high school had a very broken strategy with this card that I don't think works anymore. But it was kind of fun to exploit.
Oh, okay. Well, when we get to the answer, I'll have to ask you what that is.
Assuming I'm right.
Assuming you're right. Assuming you're right. You might not be right.
And then gives them cute little... Okay, houses. Okay, wanted to make sure.
Yeah, single-story houses.
This is so tricky because I know other words that can fit this word, but I'm like other letters.
I mean, it could be any part of the word could be altered. That's the hard part. Not necessarily the first letter.
Yeah, but this is
This is the first question this round that I think I have confidence in.
Locked in.
It's all good. It's all good. Not every round's going to be everyone's specialty. Are you guys locked in?
I am.
Everyone's locked in? Okay. So let's see what you guys have put for your suggestions. You have put magical cats, magical huts, and Pikachu's flat. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be Pikachu's flat, but let's have a look and see what the actual answer is.
It's just one letter, right?
The card is magical hats.
Oh,
Which
yeah. That's more clever.
Single-story houses. Which means that Bolt gets the point.
It's a hut. It's a hut.
It's a hut. So what was the strategy of your friend used to do with magical hats?
There was, in an ancient gear deck, there's that field spell. Where if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon like any ancient gear monster from your deck.
I see.
So he used this trap card, took 2 of the field spells to be the other magical hats, and then even if like regardless of what happened, all the cards that go to the graveyard, the field spells would trigger, and he would summon like 2 ancient gear dragons.
Oh, that's neat. I gotta say, I love magical hats conceptually. It's like it's way too slow to be good these days, but there is just so much fringe bullshit you can do in it. A friend of mine pointed this out.
This was during the like 5Ds era, so it wasn't slow back then.
Yeah.
It was more viable back then.
One of my favorite things that someone's pointed out is you can do magical hats to summon Lunalight spells and use them to fusion Unilight monsters, which is just very funny.
Oh.
Alright, let's go to the next question. We have... This zombie monster is extremely resilient and quite powerful, though often found a home in stun decks. Its designer famously said, you can have it in any color you want, as long as it's gold. This was a tricky one. And I mean, I didn't think some of these were that tricky, but this one I will say is quite a tricky one.
A zombie monster in stun decks.
Zombo.
Zombie monster in stun decks. Stun decks, a lot of stun decks only have like the same 12 cards in them. And I'm trying to think like which one of those was a zombie.
I will say not exclusively in stun decks, but often in stun decks. I suppose, actually, to be more clear, it might be more accurate to say that the deck itself was played as a stun strategy. It's not necessarily something you just randomly put in a stun deck. That might be a bit more accurate to say.
Okay.
But yes, you have all the clues you need ahead of you.
I think stun deck, and I immediately just think of that fossil monster.
Might need to think big for this one.
Wow!
Oh,
Okay.
wait,
You gave it away there. Really? I'm gonna be so embarrassed if this is not the answer, because I'm gonna sound like brain rotten.
Okay, I think actually there's a hint in here that I wasn't paying attention.
Please.
Again, these questions have been designed very carefully to contain exactly enough information to give you the answer. This one does rely on a bit of outside knowledge, though. This quote here may not have originated in Yu-Gi-Oh, shall we say? and it may be slightly
Really?
open.
Okay, hold on.
Okay,
Let's see.
locking in.
Okay.
I
I'm locking. I'm
You're locked
locking.
in?
I'm going for
So
style
Sain
culture
locked
this
in?
one.
Right on
A
bolts.
few more seconds. I have the name. I'm just trying to figure out the letter. I think I even know which word the letter needs to be changed in. Just trying to think, what word do I make?
I'm gonna start the 1 minute clock. Otherwise, we'll issue a slow play penalty.
Helmy, have you been like watching us type up guesses and just enjoying the nonsense?
I've been peeking in and out occasionally. I need to kind of juggle a lot of windows here, but I've been having a look.
Fair.
To answer the question in the audience, exact spelling does not matter as long as the card name is correct and you have changed the correct letter to make the new word correct. That's the only thing that matters here. So, like, if the answer was, and it isn't, but if the answer was something along the lines of, like, I don't know, Traptrix Dionea, like, if you misspelled Dionea and that's not the part we've changed, that's fine. Alright, Bolts, you got your answer locked in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
As locked as I can.
Let's see what you guys have come up with. It is. So, first off, what is the monster in question? Actually, no, what's your answers first before I do that? Sorry.
I hope I.
We've got Eldick, Elderlich the Golden Board, and Red Eye's Fashion Lord Dragon. Well, I think you may have gotten the idea, but maybe not quite the answer.
No!
We are referring to Eldritch the Golden Lord.
Okay, what letter?
I take it you guys aren't too familiar with Ford Motors. Because the famous quote for Ford cars were, you can have it in any color you want, as long as it's black.
Oh, I never knew that phrase.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it from like as a designer or something, like he's a diva that only wears
from
gold.
Eldritch the Golden Lord to Eldritch the Golden Ford.
When you said about the size, when you said you have to think big for this one, my head said big dick, and I'm like, okay, dick, hell dick, got it, the dick in Spanish.
I'm like, I've got the name, but damn it, what letter do I change?
You were so close. You were so close. That's okay.
I was so close.
Three more in this round, and then maybe the next round will be a bit more easy for some of you guys. Let's see. So what's our next question? Our next monster is this level 4 Earth Warrior from the GX era is built to last and protect his collies at any cost, while looking absolutely fabulous doing so. See, I think this one's a little easier than some of the previous ones. But that's just me. Again, I think they're all easy because I wrote them.
Okay, I know the monster. Oh wait, I even know the. Oh wait, no, I'm locked in.
You locked in?
Okay.
Locked in.
Is it?
Locked in.
So
I know the monster. Now I'm trying to remember.
I'm glad you guys got this one. This one's a little on the easy one, but again, I wanted to try and make sure we had a good mix of them.
Oh god.
This monster we definitely talked about last time because it appeared of its like weird appearance in a top deck.
Man.
I probably like once I know the card, I can solve it fast. It's just I don't know card.
Yeah, that's the test.
if they're not in a dragon deck I play, I don't know that.
All right, are we locked in? Do we have a bit more time?
Well, absolutely fine. Oh, I know what it is. Yes, hold on. Yeah, I just have to make my answer smaller because it's too big on the screen.
All right, let me know when you're locked in, and I'll go ahead and reveal it.
There we go.
Okay,
Good.
are we all good?
This is a really fun one.
All right, let's see what you guys have put. And across the board, it seems to be quite unanimous. Elemental Hero Slayman! Is it Elemental Hero Clayman? Transformed into Slayman? Of course it is. It is Clayman into Slayman. I'm not gonna lie. When I first did this round, I was going to make photoshops for these card artworks. Some of them I didn't know how to do without like making it like really bizarre or being a lot of works. But if anyone out there wants to make any of these Slayman, please, I would love to see Elemental Heroes Slayman's artwork.
I wanted this answer to be Sparkman because Sparkman does have a nice ass.
Sparkman does have a great ass. You are completely correct on that. All right, well, points all around for that one. All right, our next card up is
Elemental Hero Sparkle Man?
Sparkman.
this level 7 machine monster tags in when hunger strikes, and by revealing a earth and a fire monster in your hand, it can deliver 1,500 calories directly to your opponent.
Ooh.
This is a tougher one. Tough one if you don't know this deck. If you do know this deck, then you might have this one immediately. It's one that you might just go, oh, that.
Man, my brain wants to talk out loud, but I
don't want to give up the answers.
No. Actually, I don't even think I'm even close to the answer.
I don't think I know this one.
Alright, locking in.
Right, Snug is locked in.
Machine.
I'm pretty sure I know the archetype.
Those of you in the audience that have got this one, you might be able to realize that this clue is everything in this clue is very deliberately picked. I'll just say that.
No, they don't do that. I'm thinking about different archetype.
It's fun opening up your chat after I've locked in, just to be like,
Seeing the answers. Some people have got it, some people haven't. And I say hello to chat, by the way. I know I'm not paying much attention to chat. I do apologise, but we are here doing a game show, sir. But hope you guys are enjoying. I hope you guys are playing along at home as well and enjoying yourselves.
Yeah,
I'm going to put you guys on a 45-second clock. I actually started the clock 15 seconds ago. That's why it's 45 seconds instead of a minute.
Am I allowed to comment on your chat? Because I don't... Not the answers part.
I mean, yeah, if you're locked in, so you're fine.
I
can see that when you guys are still typing on it. 15 seconds to go before they look like you're gonna be timing around.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
I'm guessing. I know this is wrong, but I literally cannot think of anything.
All right, well I'm gonna call it there then.
I'm scrolling through and I'm seeing Am screaming at me for not knowing answers. It's really funny.
Alright, let's see what you guys have put. We have got Machina 4 Press, Red Fires, and Hungry Borger archetype. Snug, you are going to actually kick yourself. Because you have identified the correct word in the wrong archetype. The card we are referring to in this is Vanquish Soul Heavy Borger, which when you replace the O becomes Vanquish Soul Heavy Burger.
I barely looked at the Vanquish Soul archetype, so I'll take
What
this
is this?
out.
Hold on,
It's a modern archetype. It's a modern archetype.
So Vanquish Soul,
I'm looking this up.
Vanquish Soul Heavy Borger, what it does is you can tag it in by returning a Vanquish Soul card to your hand. And if you reveal a Earth and a Fire, you can do 1,500 points of burn damage.
I
That's
had
why
no idea
1,500
there was
calories.
No, I'm not kicking myself. I didn't know there was a card with Borger in the name.
Oh yeah, it's Borger time.
Borger.
Well, they Borg out place?
They
I
Borg all
thought
over the
it, but I
run, yeah.
never used it. I was
Alright,
thinking about Fort Press.
Last question for this round. Last card for this round. And we're going to mix up a little bit. This is not going to be a monster this time. This time it will be a spell card.
Ooh.
Although this archetype of fairy monsters are mostly known for their ability to inflict burn damage, this field spell allows them to lock down one of their opponent's back row before just beating them up directly.
What?
Field spell.
Field spell.
Again, don't put too much into the literal effect. Remember, you're changing a word a letter to make the word different.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the effect to get a clue about what the original card even is.
Your big clue here is the part about them being fairies that inflict burn damage. That's the big clue here. That will point you towards the right card.
I am. The only very the things here combined that I can think of is something different. I'm a little outdated on this one too.
It's
Unfortunately.
okay. It's not really a very relevant archetype, I'll say that.
Alright, locked in.
Okay. Snug is locked in. Once we've got Sain and Bolts in, then we'll be moving on. Final round, final question for the round.
This one or the next one?
This is the final question, this one. We're going to a new round after. This is our 10th question.
Alright, I'm locked in because what else can I even do?
Alright, are you locked in, Bolts?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what you guys have put. We have got Sanctuary in the Ski, Valhalla, and Burn plus Fairy Flaming Gaze Me. Alright, well, I think you guys may not have been on the right page here, unfortunately. Because we are referring to a certain archetype from Reigns. Trickstar Light Stage, which when modified
Fairies! Fuck!
Never.
becomes Trickstar
I should
Light
have known
Stage.
I should have known this. I was just watching.
Never have I
Reigns
used
the
it.
other day.
Never have I used it. The
Remember,
only fairy that I
first,
know is Sanctuary of the Sky.
remember, first rule about Trickstar Fight Stage: do not talk about Trickstar Fight Stage.
Uh,
Oh.
Well, unfortunately, no points.
But I wanna.
No points there, unfortunately, but that's okay. We'll be moving on to our next round because with that, you guys have successfully defeated my Engraver of the Mark. Banished
Yo.
face down. At the end of that round, the standings are Sain is in the lead with 12 points, Bolts has 11, and Snug has 7. But there's still everything to play for. We've got 30 questions left. It's still anyone's game.
Holy.
It's never too late to throw.
Once again,
So-
this is so well put together. This slideshow is
Yeah,
everything.
thank
the
you.
musician, and there's so much to get here from like someone who creates like streams. It's like, whoa, this is like a lot of soul put into it. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm very impressed.
I'm glad you guys
Yeah,
are enjoying
this is so
it. That
well
one,
presented.
that was a little tricky, but I think the next one might be, well, it might be a bit easier. It might be a bit harder. I think that all depends on you guys. Because our next round is Mind Hacksaws. During this round, I am going to describe a card, or more accurately, a card criteria. You guys must write down any card that fits that criteria. Doesn't matter what card it is, can be literally any card. However, I have already written down 2 cards that fit this criteria. If the card you write down was not one of those 2 cards and was not written down by any of the other players, you earn a point. So, for example, again, just to give an example here, let's say one of the criteria is a Cyber Dragon monster. If you write down Cyber Dragon, and no one else out of the other 2 contestants and myself has written Cyber Dragon, you win a point. If anyone else has written Cyber Dragon, no points for you for that question. So this one could be quite easy, could be quite hard. Depends on you guys. A lot of this criteria is quite broad.
It's easier to come to an answer, but not as easy to earn a point.
Exactly. So our first criteria. A normal or effect monster that is part of the sea archetype. We are looking for
Sea.
Earth and
Reaches for
insect
my
monsters.
insect deck on my desk.
Yes. But remember, you have to come up with one that no one else has come up with, neither myself nor the other guests.
Wait. So, can you explain again what we're doing here? We have to.
So you have to come up with any monster from the sea archetype, the archetype of Earth insects. And if anyone else has written the same answer as you, you don't get a point. But if no one else has, you get a point. I have already written 2 answers. So you're competing against 4 possible answers here.
Gotta be unique.
I just wanna make
Gotta
sure
be
I
unique.
spelled it right.
Spelling is not super important here, as long as your intent is clear. As long as it's not like gonna get mixed up with another card, which I don't think any of these will.
I'm done.
Sorry, I'm done as well. I Helmy, thank you so much for putting this together. This is so cool. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm losing terribly. I'm having a lot of fun.
This is a lot of fun. This is
And,
a
like,
lot of fun.
And like I
It
tell
is.
you this a lot off stream, and I mean it. I love hanging out with you, Helmy. So I'm having fun.
Thank you. I'm glad you guys are still having fun with it. I said I wanted to try and make something that was like, I wanted to make this quiz to be all skill levels. Challenging people who know very little, who just watch the anime, but also ones for people who play regularly. Alright, who are we waiting on? We're waiting on Sain? Alright, Sain, are we locked in,
Yes.
everyone? Okay.
Yes, I'm locked
Let's
in.
reveal what you guys have put for your answers first. You guys have put Max C, Retaliating C, and Max C. Unfortunately, both Sain and Snug goes for everyone's favourite level 2 Earth insect. But the question is, Bolts, did I put
Yes.
Retaliating C? Let's find out. I put in Shiny Black Sea Squatter and
Forgot that was a card.
Confronting the Sea.
Whoa!
Meaning that Bolts,
Oh my goodness.
you win a point for this round, having successfully hacksawed the minds.
This question was
remember the name
made
of
for
this
me because literally one of my rogue decks right now is an insect deck, and since Max C is banned, it's like, fuck. Well, what other card can I use? Retaliating C is actually a pretty solid card to like keep in your deck in insect.
Is Retaliating C the one that stops you from XZ summoning, or is that Confronting? I always forget which one's which.
No, if your opponent activates, I think it's a spell card that special summons, you can response, quick play, special summon Retaliating C from your hand, and then for the rest of the turn, any cards that go to the graveyard are banished instead.
Ah, right, Macrocosmos,
Or
right.
if Retaliating
I
C is
remember
sent to the
doing-
graveyard, you can search an Earth insect monster.
I remember during one of the XZ events, I accidentally left the C card legal that just says your opponent cannot XZ summon. They had to emergency ban list the event. It was so funny.
Wow.
Alright, our next card, our next category, I should say. We are looking for any fusion XEs, synchro or link monster that is currently on the TCG forbidden list. We are looking for the TCG forbidden list here. As of February 2nd, 2025, the time of filming this. Any card on basically any extra deck card that appears as forbidden on that list. I have pulled this list up so I can cross-reference your answers.
Ooh.
I'm done.
Okay.
I think I spelled it wrong, but I think we know what my
Spelling is fine. Again, I'm not looking to be hard on your spelling here. As long as the intent is clear.
So the intent, can I uniquely identify it even if I don't remember the exact name?
I will permit this, as long as you can describe it adequately enough that there's no ambiguity. As long as it's not going to be like something that you could, blag into being referred to something else. A lot of answers in chat, lots of people come up with some interesting ideas here. This is quite a broad one. This is like, it's very easy to come up with an answer for this one, but can you come up with an answer that nobody else thought of?
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Has everyone got their answers in? Alright. Everyone ready?
I'm good.
Let's reveal. So we have got Sain has put Tempest Magician, who is on the forbidden list. Bolt has put Linkaribo, who is on the forbidden list. And Snug has put the one Link Guard Dragon that summons from deck. I'm going to assume you're referring. Well, actually, there's actually two here. I think that could be.
There's
but
two.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're referring to LP. But
There's one that one of them is legal, one of them isn't.
So I'm gonna give you the point here because I don't know which one you're referring to, and I know there's a few guard dragons, but there's two guard dragons on this list. I'm pretty sure you're fine. I'm gonna give you the point. But
Well, one goes from deck, one goes from grave.
are you gonna get the point? Is the question. Did I come up
the
with the same
spellcasters.
answers as you guys? Let's see what I put. My answers? I put Telements Kit Kalos and Baron de Fleur, meaning everyone is gonna get a point from this round.
Yay!
That one's so good. No cards.
I
for
hate-
them.
I saw a couple of people in the audience actually said
Master Duel.
Baron, so unfortunately no points for you if you said Baron at
They're
home.
still in Master Duel. That's why
Just still in Master Duel. Just still in Master Duel.
Still in
It's weird,
Master Duel.
I don't know what some of these decks do when Baron leaves. Like, I know they wanted to, I know they wanted to kind of shake
They're
the meta
so
up a bit, but
busted.
like, in the
It's
OCG they still have her. It's weird.
Yeah.
Alright, wow.
These two
Well,
are
it's
so
still
fucking
around for
really
Snug.
good. They just prevent
in
everything.
OTG too, so.
Alright, so I'm getting. Wait.
You okay, Snug?
There are 2 banned guard dragons?
Yeah, there are. I'll be honest, I'm as surprised as you are.
Oh, one of them is a Link 2.
Oh, okay, okay.
So. LP is the. Sorry, I loaded up a list because I got very curious what the
Oh,
other.
you're fine, you're fine. I don't mind you checking out
closing,
stuff.
closing the list.
Okay, our next category is any pot spell card. That's it. Any pot. Any pot. Now, just in case any of you guys feel like getting cute about this, we are looking for cards that contain the word pot with a space after it and no letters before it. Okay?
Ooh,
So,
wait.
Potion of
Repeat,
the Old
repeat.
Man does not count as a pot card. Okay?
Okay.
We're not doing 100 Eyes Dragon up in here. Just any pot card, that's all we're looking for. Spell card, I should
Uniquely
say. Any pot
identifiable,
spell
right?
card.
Alright, I
Mm,
locked in.
Mm.
It's uniquely identifiable from my joke.
Okay. Lots of answers in chat. You guys have got some interesting answers, but is it an answer that no one else will consider? Then let's find out, shall we? Alright, are we all locked in?
This one's super easy. But
You happy
also
with
at
your
the same
answers,
time,
yeah?
there are so many of them.
Let's see what you put. We have Pot of Avarice, Pot of Generosity, and Marijuana of Extravagance, which obviously Pot of Extravagance, yeah. Haha,
Yeah.
weird joke. Now the question is, obviously these are all real cards, these are all correct answers. But are they answers that I didn't put? For my ones, I put Pot of Greed, which I don't know what it does, but it's here, and Pot of Avarice.
Are you kidding me
Meaning,
with me?
unfortunately saying you have been mind hacksawed. You will be receiving no points for this round.
Oh, the funny mustache pot. No.
The funny mustache plot, unfortunately, has been your undoing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really ugly. I don't know why they made it look like that.
Like,
Alright,
where did
coming
they
up
put the
next.
mustache? I swear, Yu-Gi-Oh.
There's a surprising amount of characters in Yu-Gi-Oh that have that mustache.
Ugh.
This is a
some
very
reason.
self-indulgent one. Any Traptrix monster.
Ooh.
Any Traptrix monster at all. This is very self-indulgent. I love the Traptrix decks, one of my favorites. But do you know any of their
Yes.
names? Now, I will say, I am not worried about spelling, but it has to be at least identifiable what you're going for. You can't just face
Locked
roll on
in.
the keyboard and say, oh no, I meant this card.
Locked in.
I mean, let's be honest, the Traptrix monsters are like an absolute keyboard smash of names, if you know what I mean.
This is how I spell it.
I will answer one of our guests in the audience that would not count because that is a trap card. Hi, welcome in, welcome. Welcome into our quiz show. Hope you're having a good evening. We are currently playing the round Mind Hacksaws, whereby I have described a type of card, and our guests here must come up with an answer that nobody else has come up with. I've written 2 ahead of time, and they're all writing one themselves. If they get it correct, and no one else has written the same thing, then they get a point. Welcome in. Alright, are we all locked in, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what you guys have put. We have got Sain has put Traptrix Pudica, Bolts has put Traptrix Atrax, and Snug has put Rafflesia Keyboard Smash. So, as the local Traptrix duelist, I can certainly qualify that these are all definitely real Traptrix cards. Good answer with the Atrax balls. That's a deep cut. No one plays that one. It's not very good.
Ooh.
But
I have like
Was
4
that the
copies
angle I was
of
hoping
the
on?
file. Oh,
was I banking on you picking the obscure one? Let's see what my answers are.
I bet
I
you
have
the one
gone
is gonna be
for-
Rafflesia. Rafflesia is gonna be in there.
Sarah
See,
and Pinguicula.
No.
Okay,
Meaning,
I wanted to
no
go
one
with
has
Sarah
my
originally,
hacksaw.
but I felt like you
No.
would have picked Sarah. So that's
That is,
why.
that
Sarah's
is
so
the trick, isn't it?
basic.
Do you go for the obvious ones, or do you assume that I thought you'd think I'd go for the obvious one and double bluff you? Who knows?
I thought
But you're
it
like,
was pretty
points all
obvious.
around here.
Obscured. If you went for something obscured and it was like A-Tracks or something, I would have felt so personally.
As for,
This is
somebody in the
tech-
audience asked about would Traptrix Holy Tear count for this purpose, the answer is no. Traptrix Holy Tear is not a monster card. It is a trap card that turns into a monster card. But it is not a monster card. In your deck list, you will not write it in your monster slot.
Another
Right.
deck I wanted to experiment with.
Next category. Any number Xyz monster with a number between 1 and 100.
Ooh.
Fine number.
A monster with the word number in its name.
Okay. There's
Okay, well-
no way that I'm
There
going
are
to lose
literally there are literally over 100 answers for this question.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now,
You need
for
to
this
identify
question, you will.
between
Now,
1 and 100.
spelling is not important. However, you must get the number correct. If you name the monster correctly, but the number is incorrect, it will not count as correct.
Well,
Easy.
I put.
There's
put
no
it
way that someone else is going to pick my
Easy. I remember the sun's very expensive back in the day, and I know because I sold one on eBay for about. And this is gonna be a question for your Helm-Chan. I sold this card for about $80 because like
Wow.
when it was new, it was kind of huge.
I'm interested to see what you've put.
I do not know the name of this card, but I am satisfied enough with what I did.
I used to collect the numbers back in the
Okay,
day. I
I
forgot a
pulled-
lot of the names, but
I
this
have
one stayed
pulled
in
up-
mind.
I have put up the number list so I can clarify your numbers, because I'll be honest, I don't know every number card. I'm not that crazy. Have you guys locked in?
Almost. Yeah, kind of. I'm just
Ca-
changing the font size so it's
I
legible.
like how specifically we can't pick the fake number monsters. It has to be between 1 and 100.
Just
Okay,
between 1 and
okay.
100, that was the only requirement.
Okay.
I will say, not that it matters, I don't think, but you can, this includes 1 and 100. The number hasn't got to be between those, it's not pendulum scales.
Mm.
Okay.
I already picked my obscure answer.
Alright, we're locked in then. Let's see what you've put. We have got... Sain has put number 11, Big Eye. I can confirm, Big Eye is in fact number 11. Bolts has put number 3, Cicada King. Unfortunately,
Oh, the
Bolts, number 3 is not Cicada King. Number 3 is Neuron Gate Trinity. Cicada King, unfortunately, doesn't actually seem to be on here. Unless let me double check to make sure this isn't incorrect. I don't want to cheat you out of an answer.
Hmm.
I don't even know if Cicada King's a number monster, actually. Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. Oh,
I have
no.
Cicada King.
You are
It's fr-
correct.
It's from the manga.
They
It's from the
changed it.
manga.
They changed
What?
it. So in the anime, apparently, number 3 is Neuron Gate Trinity, but you are correct. Number 3 is Cicada King. I don't know why this doesn't show both of them, but you are correct, so you will be getting the point unless someone else says it.
Oh,
And Snug,
Yeah.
don't worry,
I'm like,
I don't know why
I
it's like
have
that.
it in
That's
front
weird.
of me.
I'm curious, actually. I'm kind of looking something. I'm curious. What is actually the Neuron Gate Trine's actual number? Are there like 2 number 3s? Just 2 cards that say number 3? I just have to check this for my own. There are wait. Are there literally just 2 number 3s?
Okay.
Like,
To number 5.
okay, Wikipedia is being dumb to me, so I can't check it right now. But I think there are just 2 cards that say number 3 on it, huh? But either way, you have got one of them, so you are fine. And so let's put that dragon at C62. It doesn't matter. I can't on 62. Let's see here.
I don't need a point. Like I don't know its name.
You don't know the name, unfortunately. So I am guessing you are correct that number C62 is a dragon, but unfortunately the name of that card is Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. I can't blame you for not getting it, but unfortunately I cannot award the point for it.
One of the first.
know.
Did you guys mind hacksaw me, or did I mind hacksaw you? Let's have a look, see what I put. You're going to be very unsurprised by these answers. Because of course we're putting in Utopia. And of course, if you know me, There's no world in which I'm ever gonna not call
Hey,
number 41
Baguska.
Baguska the terribly tired tape here. That'll be a point for Sain and a point for Bolts. Sorry for the minor heart attack there, Bolts, but this lied to me. Alrighty.
E62.
Got a few more for this round. We're halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're about halfway through this round. 5 more rounds of Mind Haxery to go.
Ooh.
For this one, any hero fusion monster. Any hero. Doesn't matter what kind of
Any
hero.
hero.
As long as it's a
Listen.
hero in all caps. The all caps is important. As long as it's a hero in all caps and it is a fusion monster, that is an acceptable answer. There's a lot of answers for this one.
Hero. There's a
But
lot of
can you-
errata. in this
Can you
one.
think of a hero that no one else thought of? I feel this would be a fun one. Like, there's so many heroes. I think even if you don't play heroes, I think most people have a favorite hero on some level, even if it's just like a minor thing, you know.
You're really gonna tell how much I love the Yu-Gi-Oh GX manga with this answer.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of really cool ones.
Well, let me be clear, Belts. We are looking for a TCG card. So if it's
No,
a,
it is a TCG card.
okay, as long as you're not going to write a manga exclusive,
But it's from the manga, yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. If it appeared in the manga first, but then got a card, that's fine.
Locked in.
Locked in?
Okay.
I think it was like the first of its archetype to be released in the TCG. But we'll see. Of its sub-archetype.
A lot of interesting answers here coming in from the audience here.
I'm gonna write my favorite one.
Do it, yeah, like your favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite one because when I saw this hero, I was like in love with it.
Okay.
You want to know what's very funny thing? You're kind of making a joke, but
What?
I don't think you realize it because there is a subsection of hero called favorite cards.
Yeah, there's like a card literally
Really?
called favorite hero.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
because in the Japanese version of the anime, Flame Wingman is Jaden's favorite hero. So they made
Yeah.
hero support called favorite cards.
You know, I haven't checked to see whether those cards have a U in them or not, but I'm going to just assume they don't because everyone hates Britain, including British people. I know, I'm one of them. Anyway, you guys are locked in.
Yes.
Let's
I'm
see your
locked in,
favorite
baby.
heroes, shall we? We have got Elemental Hero Absolute Zero, Elemental Vision Hero Trinity, and Uru Hero Shining Flame Wingman. Okay, so I can confirm all of these are real cards.
Oh
I mean,
my
obviously Elemental
God.
Hero, but yeah. But
Bolts, I almost picked that one.
I can
You almost
also
said Trinity?
confirm. I can also confirm, though, I have Mind Hacksword one of you guys. One of you guys
Oh,
has
no.
been Mind Hacksword. But who
No.
isn't?
Oh,
Let's find out, shall we? Because I have chosen Masked Hero Darklaw and Elemental Hero Absolute
What?
Zero.
That is so oddly specific.
no, Absolute Zero still gets these two still get competitive play today.
I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
I picked Ab-Zero because he's actually my favorite hero. I just think he looks really cool.
What?
He reminds me of
And
a
Absolute Zero
Bionicle. He reminds me
was
of
broken.
Kopaka.
I think I might hack you in return because I knew that this was your favorite, one of your favorites too. So therefore, haha, reverse Uno on this. You gotta give me double point for that.
Unfortunately, saying I will chain Solemn to your Mind Hacksaws and negate it.
Oh,
Actually, funny thing,
Yeah.
when I picked
Zero was,
when I picked
remember when
these two
Absolute Zero was
cards,
worth so much money?
this was not intentional.
No.
When I picked these two cards, I didn't realize this. These cards are literally like opposite artworks. They've both got like that flash coming up from the bottom, but one's got a red background and one's got a blue background. Like they're literally opposites of each other. I didn't do that on
manga
purpose, but it looks really cool putting them next to each other.
yeah. I thought you would
think
pick
that
something
might
really
also be
basic like
because-
Flame Windbang.
Ironically, if we went with the basic option, you would have been like safe.
Yeah. I was very tempted to put in Elemental Hero Mudbull Man. But you know what? Since I brought him up, I'm going to mention my favorite bit of Mudbull Man trivia. Elemental Hero Mudbull Man is a fusion monster that has an effect. The effect is he must be fusion summoned. That is the entirety of his effect. However, because he is a fusion monster, you can still target him with infinite impermanence to negate that effect. It doesn't do anything, but you can do it.
You can
Yeah,
do
it's
it.
just like it's just big defense.
Yeah.
It was a one episode gag.
You're just like a big 3K wall.
But I'm so
I-
ass.
I think my actual favorite, is the Panther Neos Contact Fusion. It just looks sick, but I don't remember its name.
I know the one you're talking about. I can't think of its name either. Good thing that's not the question. Our next one is Dark Magician, or any card that mentions it specifically by name. We're looking for any card that includes the Dark Magician in its effect text, or you could just write down Dark Magician.
Locked in.
Does this include fusion monsters that need the Dark Magician?
A fusion
Yeah,
monster that
that's-
lists Dark Magician as a fusion material is considered to mention Dark Magician, yes.
Okay.
Wait, no, hold on. I'm locking in. I have a nostalgic card.
Mm.
There's a lot of answers for this one.
This was arguably like my favorite card when it came out.
Depending on how much of a deep cut you guys have, I may double check your answers, but we'll see.
You know what?
'Cause I'm
You know
gonna be-
what? No, I'm pissed off from the last round. I'm gonna do a mega move here.
A mega move, okay?
A mega
Super-
move.
Okay.
So you're going
I
for
think
like
this
the deep cuts, maybe?
Okay, re-locking in.
Okay, we locked in. So we are locked in for Snug, locked in for Bolts. Waiting on Sain.
I am traumatized that you can actually read my brain, so I'm gonna write this down without looking at my pen.
Damn it, how can I read Sain's screen with my Millennium Eye if she can't see her own screen?
You know what? I'm actually gonna do a power move in here.
If you
I'm
could,
not I'm gonna do a power move in here.
would you swap your real eye for Millennium Eye? Because I would do it in a heartbeat.
The question I would ask at that point is, does the Millennium Eye work as well as a normal eye? Like, can Pegasus see normally out of the Millennium Eye, or is it only for mind reading? Because I don't know if I'd give up depth perception for that.
No, because he covers it with his hair.
Right, so I'm gonna say no. I think that mind reading would be like a fun gimmick, but I think there'd be surprisingly few practical applications for it.
No, but hear me out. You would look so pretty and so cool. It's worth it.
I mean, I'd have to crack my visor for it, though.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right,
I'm
we're
locked
ready?
in now.
Okay, let's see what you guys have put for your answers, shall we? We have got Dark Magician Girl, because why not? Dark Paladin and Dark Sage. So, obviously, thankfully, you guys have picked some fairly easy ones. Because I can easily confirm that all of these cards do in fact mention Dark Magician on their effect text somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna do Dragoon, but I was like, no. Someone.
Don't mind under good.
I don't think Dragoon mentions Dark Magician on it.
I was going to
Good.
pick Dark Curtain, but I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I was thinking about Dark Curtains, and I'm like,
I'm not
no, Helm-Chan is too
100% sure
smart.
off the top of my head. I think Dragoon mentions Dark Magician as a fusion material. I think it's Dark Magician and a like a high level dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now, unfortunately, I can confirm someone has been mind hacksaw.
Uh-oh.
No.
Let's see who has been mind hacksaw. Because my answers were Dark Magician Girl and Eternal Soul.
Hey, Sain, that's your own fault because like you had a different answer and you're like, no, fuck it, I'm going with this one. You
Congratulations,
had
Sam,
to
you
have known
played
there was a
yourself.
chance that
It was
you
big
played
obvious, and then Helm-Chan would have picked the obvious on the most obvious question of all time. We're talking about Dark Magicians in here,
Yeah,
so I was like, oh,
yeah, we're talking about Dark Magician, probably the most reprinted card in the entire lineup.
See, the funny thing
Honestly.
is, you guys could have just written Dark Magician and you'd have got a point. No one
Yeah,
wrote Dark
that's-
Magician. It was right
See,
there and you left it on the table.
Well, that's the thing that I feel like most people would think about something like Dark Curtain, that it's like adjacent, like nearby, easy to guess. So I think you would have picked something like that. Like the stone tablet you have there, probably some people will not remember the name exactly, but the Dalmatian girl probably would have been like out of the question, and you would have picked something that maybe people would have do to avoid things.
I can tell you my exact logic behind this. I picked girl because I thought it was the one that most people would pick, and I picked Eternal Soul because I thought if you're going to try and pick a meta Dark Magician card, that would probably be the closest you'd get to that. That's like the best card in the deck for them a lot of the time, so that's why I picked that card.
They made another Dark Magician girl like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they did. It's like the most printed card ever.
Yep.
I need
the sarcophagus archetype.
God, I want this.
There's even a new figure.
We got three more questions this round.
Not a Dark Magician girl,
We're past the halfway mark now. We've passed the halfway mark in the overall game. 3 more in this round, and then 2 more rounds to go. Let's see what our next monster category is, or card category is. I am looking for any kaiju monster. Nice and easy. Any kaiju monster. Any monster that contains kaiju in its card name.
Ooh.
I will, for this one, to give you guys a bone. I do not require the full title of the card. If you know the name is the most important part. The first part of the card name is the most important part here. If you want to write the full card name, though, go ham and flex.
I don't remember its name, but I remember
the name is the more important thing here. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll throw you guys a bone here. You can either give the name or give the title of the kaiju. So, like, if you are thinking of a card called Jeff the Steve Kaiju, you could put Jeff or Steve and I'll accept it. Basically, as long as it's very clear what you're referring to, that's the
only one that I can think, it's a really obvious one.
Well,
that's my problem.
Is that the play, though? Is picking the obvious one the play? What if people are thinking, oh, I won't put that because it's too obvious, and maybe by playing the obvious card, you pick the correct answer?
Locking in.
Locking in.
I'm locking in with this one. Let's see.
Okay. You locked in, Bolts?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see what you guys have put for your answers here.
All
We
right.
have a Gazelle the Sea Kaiju. I'll give you that. Yeah, it is. I think it's the sea turtle, but you are correct. I'll just put the Sticky String Kaiju. That is Kamungus, the Sticky String Kaiju. Again, that's perfectly fine. And so I just put Frog Giant. God, if only there was a Frog Kaiju, I would run it at 3 copies every day, all day, every day. Konami, John Konami, John. Listen, John Konami, I know you're watching this. It's my birthday on Monday. Frog the Jam Kaiju. Make it happen. Have your people call my people. We'll talk. But have you guys avoided mind hackery? Let us find out, shall we?
I think I did.
You definitely have, Snug. The 2 I have chosen are Thunder King, the Lightning Strike Kaiju, and Super Anti-Kaiju War Machine Mecha Thunder King.
I don't think
Sain
I've
and Bolts get the
seen
point.
that second card before.
I know Thunder King is
this was the first kaiju card I ever read when I first got back into Master Duel and was kind of like learning, Yu-Gi-Oh again, basically.
Yeah.
And I just remember pulling this card and be like, oh my god, this card's name is so long, what the heck?
They look so badass. I like these.
Anti-kaiju card. That's so cool.
It is so badass.
They're really
like
cool, but unfortunately they're like irredeemably
it's like
awful.
Dragon with a body.
The whole gimmick of the anti-kaijus is that you can summon them if your opponent controls a kaiju, and then they've got like, different effects and whatnot. But the thing is, they're never good enough to actually use because you can't use them as kaijus, so they're not just removal spells, unfortunately. So
yeah,
they've never been quite good enough. Alright.
Sain, you're really lucky because I was thinking of the one you named, but I was just like, I don't remember this thing's exact. Screw it. I'm making a joke.
Alright, our next round is
Okay.
any live twin or evil twin card.
Ooh.
Any card. Can be a monster, can be a spell, can be a trap. There are a lot of answers here. But can you think of an answer that I would not have picked?
Probably not. I only know like 2 of the live. Only like 2 of the twin monsters.
Okay.
I'm afraid, Bolts, I have to revoke your VTuber card then, because it's mandatory that all VTubers must play the live twin deck.
Ah, yes, it's okay.
If you're not playing the
They're
VTuber
not-
deck, then are you even really a VTuber?
They're not dragons!
They are if you get Buster Blade on the field.
No!
Just saying.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Some answers in the audience here. A few
I'm
interesting ones here. Are we locked in?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what you guys have put. Sain has gone for Live Twin Home, which I can confirm is a real card. It's a spell card.
Hell yeah.
Bolts has gone for Evil Twin Leader Treat, and unfortunately, Bolts, you have missed here. You got the names half right. Unfortunately, Leader Treat is not an Evil Twin card. She is a Live Twin card. Yep. and Snug has gone for Live Twin Helmy, which unfortunately I am not currently Live Twin support, but maybe one day. I mean,
Oh,
look, Evil Twin Keyscope can be my support, okay? I mean, she can support me all day long. Anywhere she wants, any way she wants. Anyways, let's see what I put. Let's see if I mind Hexord any of you. Because I have gone for my girlfriend and Evil Twin GG Easy. Which is
GG is so good.
the funniest card you can possibly call off of something like Crossout Designator. It is the ultimate form of BM to do Crossout Designator and call Evil Twin GG Easy. So it's just going to be points for Sain on that one, unfortunately. We're up to our final question in the round. Final question. This one might be a little easier. A bit more options for this one. As I am looking for you. Any effect monster whose effect involves flipping a coin.
Ooh.
Actually, clarify one or
Effect
more
monster.
coins. One or more coins. If it flips multiple coins, it still counts.
This
Okay.
archetype. I hate this archetype.
No.
There's a lot of cards that do this, of course.
Oh.
Okay.
There's some interesting answers in the audience here.
Yeah.
I
How are you guys doing at home?
I tried using this card back when, like, the card I'm writing down is a card I actually tried to, like, use semi-competitively because I thought
Oh,
it was
really?
so cool at the time. Yeah.
I have
Not
some of
good.
these cards on the table behind me, but I refuse to cheat. I don't remember its name.
I mean, maybe picking an easier one is the correct answer. Maybe picking something a bit less obscure might be the play. Who knows? There's a lot of cards that flip coins in
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Great. It's great. Locking in.
It's quite funny how I know that a lot of people
love
look at
this
the
one.
Pokemon TCG as being a game that's mostly about coin flips. And yet the funny thing is, I think more people know cards that flip coins in Yu-Gi-Oh! Than cards that flip coins in Pokemon, because I don't think many people actually play the Pokemon game, they just like looking at the cards.
Well, also the Pokemon coin flip cards aren't usually good. The competitive decks usually shy away from them.
And the Yu-Gi-Oh! Ones are.
Totally.
Alright, and we all locked in. I think it sound good. Everyone locked in?
Yep.
Okay, let's see what you guys have put. We've got Twin Barrel Dragon, who definitely does flip coins. We've got Arcana Force the World.
Oh, I love it.
I am going to give you some leeway on this, Bolts. Technically speaking, Arcana Force cards have numbers in them, but I will allow you to have this.
Oh, I forgot.
Because it's very clear what you're referring to. There's no ambiguity here. Similarly, we've got Snug, who's got Arcana Force the Tower. I actually need to look that one up. Is there a tower? I assume
I don't
there is.
know.
Have you ever looked, see?
Don't know.
They're all based off of the actual, like, cards.
And
They
yeah,
did
looks-
release new ones, like, literally last week or something.
Yeah, they're on the
So-
table behind me.
Hold on. Let me see.
Is there a tower?
Unfortunately, Snug, there is not a tower. It is one of the few Arcana cards It is not represented by the Arcana Force archetype, unfortunately.
Wow. They went through all that trouble to retrain and add more, and they
Yeah.
didn't even complete
Funnily enough,
the
if you
tarot card
Google
set.
if you Google
That's so
Arcana
weird.
Force the Tower, you find multiple fan cards of people making their own version of the tower because people just want it to be a thing. But unfortunately, there will be no
Fine, I'll
points
do
for
it
Snug.
myself.
However,
Man.
are you guys getting points? Is Sain and Bolts getting points? Let's find out, shall we? Have you been mind hexed in the final round? Because I have put for my answers Arcana Force 21, Zowanodon!
No freaking way.
And Time Wizard.
And Time Wizard.
And Time Wizard.
No freaking way.
Oh
Okay,
my
Sain, I
goodness.
know how you
I'm
feel.
magic.
So unfortunately, that will just be a point for the Sain at this
Let's
point.
go! I love the Battle Dragons. And I said, maybe Battle Dragon is too obvious, so I put Twin Battle Dragon, which is a little bit less.
It was a good play. It was a very wise play.
It was a good one. I
With
completely
that-
forgot about Time Wizard.
With
Time
that,
Wizard.
you have overcome
I almost rolled Snipe Hunter. Snipe Hunter
my
dies
mind
down.
hacksaws.
Ooh.
We're going to take a little bit of a brief break before we start the next round. Give you a chance to stretch your legs, get a drink and whatnot. We want a little ad break as well, so we don't clip into the show. So we'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Have yourselves a stretch, a drink, a snack, whatever you need, and we'll be back with board breakers in just a bit. everyone! Welcome back after our little advert break there. I hope you guys got a chance to stretch your legs, get yourself a little bit of a drink or a snack or some exercise, and prepare for what is to come next. Now, let's have a look at the scores before we go into round 4, shall we? Currently,
Sorry,
we
Chad,
have...
I was pissing for like 10 minutes.
Currently, we have Sain at 18 points, Snug at 12, but out in front, but only barely, is Bolt with 19 points. It is still very much anyone's game to be taken. We have 20 questions left, 2 rounds left, and anyone could run away with it at this point. Let's see what our next card for you to break is, shall we? Our next round is Small World. I will be revealing a card based on its artwork and declaring a language. You have to name the card in the language I declare. Thankfully, this will be multiple choice. This will be a multiple choice round. Are any of you guys trilingual?
No.
I can speak a little Spanish.
Actually, I should be good on this one.
Okay.
Like
Seems quite
you
confident.
can, I can completely know something like if it's in Spanish or Japanese or.
But the
English.
question is, do you know what the cards are called in Spanish and Japanese? Let's find out. I will preface this round by apologizing to anyone that has ever even heard of the concept of being French, German, Spanish, Italian, or Japanese, because I guarantee you I am going to mispronounce everything here. And I will also say that I did Google Translate parts of this, so it might not sound very good. Because I barely speak English, much less anything else. So, let us proceed with the first question. And our first question is... Wie heißt diese Karte? Is this card UE beste Ass? UE perfektes Ass? UE super Ass? Or UE toll Ass?
What language is this again?
This is German. This is the part where I reveal that the entire premise for this round was so that I had an excuse to show dumb-sounding German cards to you, because German cards sound hilarious. So what kind of ass is this card? Is it beste Ass, perfektes Ass, super Ass, or toll Ass? You
It's
can
an
just write the part that's
ABCD.
different if you like.
Is it? Do I have to write the name, or you have to, or just
we
like for the?
can go like 1, 2, 3, 4, or ABCD going down. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably should have put ABCD next to these actually.
Well,
All right, so everyone got your answers in? You all locked in? Let's see what you guys
Yes.
got. All right, so we have got perfektes Ass from Sain, toll Ass from Bolt, and super Ass from Snug. Well, one of you is going to earn a point here. One of you has the correct answer. And the correct answer is... UE perfektes Ass.
Oh, I almost went with that.
Yep. It is literally... So this card is literally called... well, actually, do you guys know, for no bonus points at all, do you guys know what the name of this card is in English?
no.
You actually talked to me about this card one time.
It is UE
It's perfect
Ace.
Yeah, it's A's.
Oh.
Yeah.
We made jokes about this at one
that's
time.
I literally just translated a bunch of different synonyms for like good. So you've got best ace, perfect ace, super ace, and toll means great in German, so great ace.
Like I'm waiting for the one that I know that may be here.
Oh, well, let's see what the next one is, shall we? Our next question is... ¿Cómo se llama esta tarjeta? I definitely butchered that, don't care.
Okay.
Muy bonito, Chad, muy bonito.
Oh boy.
Sapo gelatina, sapo limo, sapo atasco, or sapo viscoso?
Oh
What is this
wow,
card's name in Spanish?
these are good words. These are good.
Fun fact, fact,
good
actually,
words.
Frog the Jam
Your
only has...
pronunciation is really cute, honestly. I'm gonna say
I'm
super
sure it's- I'm
adorable Spanish.
I will take the cute compliment because I'm certain it's definitely not accurate.
Muy adorable.
Locked in.
Locked in?
Unfortunately, this language has a thing for like going its own way at times. So I don't know if the translation probably helped you or if you found the well actually you already know the answer to this, but of course like some words may mean the same.
So I will tell you this. I will tell you this for how just to give you a little insight on how I made these questions. I started these questions by looking up the answers by a card and a name, and then I just made up or found other names to put in there. Music, could you kindly stop being a jerk today? Thank you. Music went off again.
All right, I'm done.
Right, are we all locked in?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what you guys have put. You have put. We have got A. Everyone has gone for Sapor Gelatina. Is Frog the Jam in Spanish called Sapor Gelatina? Let's find out, shall we? The answer is Sapor Viscoso. He is not gelatina, he is viscoso. Which means that unfortunately no one will be getting any points for this round.
Congrats, Helm-Chan. You just renamed your toad to Viscous Toad.
Yep.
Viscous.
Yeah.
So
Frog the Jam, funnily enough, Frog the Jam only has multiple names in English. The reason for this is because the Frog the Jam name came from the original McDonald's promo print that was only in America in English. When every other language got their Frog the Jam print apart from Japanese, that was in a tournament pack, and at that point, that was when they reprinted Frog the Jam as Slime Toad. So this name is more accurately Slime Toad in Spanish rather than Frog the Jam, unfortunately. That was why I put the gelatina there, to try and trick you guys up a little bit. That's a tricky
you
one.
wanna know something funny? As someone who speaks Spanish, maybe someone will know this, but the actual translation, it's not even in here because it's called Toad Slime, right?
Slime Toad, yeah.
So Slime Toad. Or slime could mean jalea, or it could be a different word close to jalea, which is it uses almost the same type of pronunciation, but they completely went a completely different way. So gelatin, it's like the first one and could have been the closest one, but viscous, I suppose they just decided to go their own way and said viscous because it sounds darker.
There's a few examples that are really funny. I forget, this will not be showing up today. I forget what language it is, but in one of the foreign language prints for Sonic Chick, it's called Bip Bip. Because it's a fast bird, it's a Roadrunner joke. It's called Beep Beep. Alright, let's see what our next card is. Our next language for me to horribly butcher is. このカードの名前は何ですか? サンダーボルト、ライトニングストーム、落雷 or raigeki. This is obviously Japanese.
Well, actually, no. I watched a video with this
one I think is one that I think people might have the best chance of getting. This one's...
Yeah.
I feel like this one's decently well known, but maybe I'm wrong.
I didn't know it before I found out, but after I found out, it made a lot of sense.
Locked in.
Everyone locked in?
I should be. Actually, I wonder if this is one of those cases.
You can change your answer if you like, or you're happy with it.
I'm happy with it.
Okay, let's see what you guys put.
It just makes
Everyone
sense.
has gone for Raigeki. Interesting. Let us see if you guys are correct. Is this card's name in Japanese Raigeki? It is Thunderbolt. Literally, it is Thunderbolt. It's just Thunderbolt in English, but you say it in a Japanese accent.
I refuse to acknowledge Boruto as anything that exists.
Why does this happen? There are so many cards.
Bolt in Japanese, right?
Yes. I thought it was Kaminari.
There's so many cards where the Japanese name is just in English, and then the
It's
English name is just in Japanese.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, let's see what the next one is.
And I was like, there's no way this is one of them.
¿Cómo se llama esta carta? Evitato, annullato, divorato, Abbandono. This is Italian. The Italian name for this card. Which, while we're looking at this card, I just want to pull attention to the fact that, did you know the eye on the end of the stalk is not the head of this creature?
What?
Really? Then what?
Yes.
Oh, is it the thing on the top?
It's the little
It's a weird
tiny little head, little tiny head above that. I don't know what the eye stalk is meant to be, but that is literally just an eye stalk. The head is on top.
Hate it.
Yeah,
No,
it's awful.
but when the shell closes, the eye stalk thing like peeks through still.
The Yu-Gi-Oh anime has some very interesting decisions. That's all I'll say.
Ah!
All right, do you guys have an answer for this one?
Well, nothing in Duelist
Yes.
Kingdom makes sense.
All right, Duelist Kingdom is literally the Wild West.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
The good thing about this round is, even if you have absolutely no idea, you've got a 25% chance of getting it right.
I went with what almost sounds in Spanish because Italian and Spanish have a lot in common.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, reluctant? Let's see what you've put.
Yep.
Sain has gone for Abbandonato. Abbandono, yeah, it's fine. Bolts has gone for Abbandono, and Snug has gone for No Latte. All right, well, I can confirm that at least one of you has the correct answer here. The answer is
Let's say it. No?
Abbandono. Yeah, it is literally the word relinquish in Italian. It is literally just the word relinquish again. They just did the same word
You
twice.
said one person? It's two people got it.
I
Right?
said at least one person. Both of you got it right. Both Bolts and Sain got it right. You are tied up.
At least one person got it right. It's you and me.
Yep.
You got
Okay.
it.
All right, next one. This is going to put us halfway through the round. That's a quick one. ¿Qué es el nombre de esta carta? O llama rock,
Oh.
o llama rouge, o llama jaune, o llama vert. This one might be easy. Depends on how much you did French in school, because this is, of course, a French card.
Locked in.
How much attention did you pay during French class? I paid no attention at all in French class, I will freely say that. In my school, we had to do French at the beginning, and then for like the last 3 years, if you were in the higher group of French, you could do German, and I chose to do German because, generally speaking, if you don't know a word in English, and you say it in a German accent, you've got at least a 20% chance of being correct. Whereas in French, it's like way less likely. So you can blag your way through it a lot more.
Absolutely classic that the Brit wouldn't want to learn French.
Of course, yes. All right, you guys locked in your answers? You happy with your answers?
Yes.
Let's see what we've got. Oops, that's the wrong one. Everyone has gone for Ojama Rouge. Is the answer Ojama Rouge? Of course it is, yes. Rouge is French for red. The red herring here was Ojama Rot, because I believe Rot is red in a language. I don't remember which one.
I was so close to picking that one.
Ojama Rot is a real card name. I believe that is the French name for Ojama Emperor. So that was kind of the little trip up there. That, I mean, you know, if you're very well versed in the French Ojamas, you know. Alright, we are halfway through. Points all round. That's one. Right. Points all round.
Fun thing to remember, red in French, a lot of, like, at least an older term for makeup was like rouge.
Yes.
It's just like, you know, like redding your face.
I always laugh about when people mistype the word rogue as rouge.
That makes me so upset!
It's so bad. It's real pet peeve. Alright, we're halfway through, so we've seen every language at least once. So we're going to be repeating the languages now. What we got next? Wie heißt diese Karte? Es ist Eingang des Sex, Tor des Sex, Portal des Sex, or Tür des Sex. Yes, this question literally exists because it has the word sex in it. I'm very funny. Okay. You are allowed to laugh.
You're hilarious.
We're adults.
There's nothing wrong with an Iron Gang just sex. As long as everyone in the gang is into just sex, and it's fine.
Hmm.
What language is this? German?
This is German. Or Deutsch, if you want to use the particular.
Locked in.
Locked in? Everyone locked
I'm
in,
locked
or I'm still waiting on bolts?
I'm like fluttering between two. I'll just go with.
This one is a little hard. All right, we have to get our answers.
Yep.
Okay,
Did what I could.
so we have got
Done.
Sain has gone for Eingang des Sex. Bolts has gone for Portal des Sex. And Snug has gone for Portal des Sex as well, because Dallas is cute. And the answer is Portal des Sex!
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna pick that one, but I'm like, that could just be a translation to like, Gateway
Yeah,
of the Six, Portal of the Six.
Yeah, the card obviously is Gateway of the Six, and this
It
one
felt
was a
very
little bit
opposite.
tricky. This one was tricky because
Obviously,
all of these
I didn't
are
know what that card was.
It's. I was
All
gonna
of
pick
these
it. It's
are-
not funny.
all of these are literally just synonyms for portal. So I believe I
I
think the
should have
first
gone
one
for the funny.
is opening.
It would have been very
Second
funny.
one is I think door, and then Chio is like doorway or something like that. So again, they're all just synonyms for it. So it's a bit of a
Sorry,
crapshoot if
chat.
you
I
don't
couldn't
know.
find.
It would have been.
I couldn't find the Portal of the Sex chat.
You couldn't find the
it.
portal to
It would have been
sex.
very funny. It would have been very funny if one of them translated to whole of the sex.
Oh damn, that would have been damn. Bolts, you're far funnier than I am. That should have been one of them.
No, I'm just infamously down bad.
Me and Sex does not go together. I will never find that portal.
All right, well we have finished the mandatory part of poking fun of the German language now. Our next question is:
Mandatory part.
And no
¿Cómo
mention
se
of
llama
Bell.
esta tarjeta?
Oh.
Agujero trampa exclusa.
Oh.
Agujero trampa sin fondo. Agujero trampa ácido. Agujero trampa doble. I gave it my best shot, saying I hope it wasn't too offensive.
Oh no, you're fine. You actually, you have a very cute pronunciation in Spanish.
Oh, thank you. So yes, what is
Sorry, a
this
big dog
card?
just came in my room. Let's see.
Locked in.
Locked in?
Luck.
what
Luck,
do you-
luck.
It's a lot to spell.
That's alright, you can just write like the last part if you like, if you just want to identify it that way. As long as it's clear
Or
which
just
one
make-
which one.
I do appreciate that you just put like Snug is writing nonsense again. All right.
Alright, everyone locked in?
Yeah, but
Alright.
dude.
Let's see what you guys have put. Oops, wrong button again. Everyone has gone for C. Agujero trampa ácido. Sain, do you want to tell us what agujero trampa is?
Agujero trampa. It means agujero just basically means like the hole, and trampa just means like the trap, and ácido just means like acid trap hole. It's just like very
Correct.
straightforward.
So this card is, of course,
Yeah.
acid trap hole. Do you know the other ones?
Yeah, of course. So the same words apply to the first two words, but the last words, the top one, exclusa, could mean like omitted, or it could mean without. And the second one, sin fondo, means what, without bottom. And doble just means double.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
exclusa is actually floodgate trap hole.
Floodgate.
Mm.
Oh yeah, could be
And then-
yeah, floodgate, but exclusa, that's a weird way to say floodgate. It could be in a different type of Spanish, because Puerto Rican Spanish can have different words.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's interesting because sometimes you do find that certain cards will just get like translated in a way that makes sense,
Yeah.
but is not necessarily entirely accurate to a different language. But there's no right or wrong way of doing it. But you guys did all get the point from that one. Well, acid trap hole here. Card. I deliberately went out of my way to find a trap hole that I don't play in trap tricks.
I like it.
Alright. Next up. このカードの名前は何ですか? Hurricane, or Arashi, Tornado, or Swing Twister. Back to Japanese. What is the name of this
This one's-
card?
These are good picks. Could be anything here.
Locked in.
Lux. You know what?
I remember when there were so many fun strategies to do with this card.
Oh, this card is like, this card can absolutely never come back. Yeah, this card is turbo banned. This card can never come back.
It's too
Oh,
OP.
it is banned? I didn't know it was
Yeah.
banned.
This
Think of it
one
this way,
totally
imagine like you activate like a field spell like Primeval Planet Permarino, search your element, then bounce it to hand and do it again next turn. Imagine like the degeneracy of that.
Oh, that's fair.
Runic.
Yeah.
I want this with Runic, so you could use the draw 3 and then use it again.
No, bad Snug. No runics. We don't do runics in this house.
But draw 3 cards.
And
I could put dragons in that deck.
alright, I don't get the answers in. Let's see what you guys have come up with.
Alright.
That's fun. We've got, so Sain has gone for Tornado, Bolt has gone for Suista, and Snug has also gone for Tornado. Unfortunately, you guys have correctly identified that this is another Japanese card whose name is just the English word for it. Unfortunately, you did not pick the correct English word
Oh
for it.
my goodness! I was gonna go for that.
Yeah, it's literally Hurricane. Yeah. Tornado is, I think, literally a card called, I think it's literally called Tornado in English.
Hurricane,
Twister is Twin Twisters. And Orashi, I believe, is just, I googled, this is just like the Japanese word for like storm or something. Actually, it might even be Heavy Storm, I forget.
Funny.
But unfortunately,
That's
no
like
points
some
for the Hurricane.
Some katakana bizarre thing going on there.
It is funny how a lot of early Yu-Gi-Oh cards are just like, you know, the Japanese just wrote something in English and we're like, we can't call it that in English, so we'll just call it that in Japanese instead.
I mean, originally Yu-Gi-Oh was just a bootleg of, like, the manga version was just a bootleg of Magic.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like they have the bootleg of D&D and like.
My favorite example of that is there was a famous in Japan Yu-Gi-Oh card called Morinfen. It is awful. It's a level 5 vanilla. It's crap. You would never summon it. But there is a card in Magic the Gathering that uses 5 mana and it's also called Morinfen, spelled slightly differently. And it's like, I wonder, where'd you get that name from, guys?
My favorite summon Skull. Like I love that this like vanilla nothing card is a old, very powerful but now garbage creature in Magic.
Oh, it's like Lord of the Pit or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very obvious on the actual artwork. If you look at like the original Kazuki Takahashi artwork, it's a lot more obvious. Alright, moving on. Come si chiama questa carta? Back to Italian. Ah, what a good boy. But how good of a boy is this?
Doggy!
Is it Maron Can Ceratriso, Pola Cane del Oscurizza, Maron Cane Meccanico, or Maron Cane Fantastico? I definitely butchered half of those words, and I do apologize to anyone that's even heard of Italy.
Locked in.
Okay.
I think if you know what this card's name is in English, you should find this one quite easy.
I have no idea.
I've seen this card a few times, but I never like remember what its name is. Just the artwork.
I know the name in English. I almost said the name out loud, but if I say the name in English out loud, some people might have a hint. Now that people have said that they don't remember even the name in English.
I've never seen this card. I've
Never
seen most of the cards.
Lore. It's a meme lore too.
Does everyone have their answers locked in?
You know, I'm gonna write a meme. Helm-Chan, you better know this. This is a quiz for you. So, tell me if you know the lore of this. I wrote my answer.
I'm familiar with the lore of this card. So,
Tell me how we counter this.
Does anyone, is everyone locked in there? All good? Let's have a look, see what you put.
How about you, chat?
So Sain has gone for Cane Fantastico, Bolts has gone for Cane Meccanico, and Snug has gone for Fantastic Cute Dog, so Fantastico. So, Sain, does anyone remember, what is the name of this card in English?
Outstanding Dog Maroon.
Correct, this is Outstanding Dog Maroon. This dog goes on a journey where they get lost, they get corrupted by darkness, they get reborn as a robot, and then they die and hang out with the Skull Servants. And in fact, every single one of the card names on this list is one of those cards. Maron Cane Shelatrico is Skulldog Maron. Fora Cane de los Grita is something like Foul Dog of Darkness, which is the same dog, just with a different name.
But 1900 attack.
Third one is Mechanical Dog Maron, which means the last one, of course, is Outstanding Dog Maron.
Yep.
That's points for Snug and for Sain.
I wrote the question. The dog stays.
The dog stays.
I solely voted for that because I wanted to call the dog fantastic.
Honestly, like, Outstanding Dog Maron is one of those cards that I want to... You hear it and you want to run it because it's called Outstanding Dog Maron. Like, the effect is irrelevant at that point. You could do anything. Alright.
Doggy.
Moving on to...
Ooh, I'm tied with Bolts finally.
I think this is the final question for this round. Quel est le nom de cette carte? This one's a hard one.
Ooh.
Is this Dragon Isles Sombres, Dragon Clan Noir Archdemon, Dragon Arm de Tenebres, or Dragon Noir Ephon Serpent? This was a tough one.
Wow.
If you don't know the card name, it's a tough one. In English, I mean. If you recognize this card, might not be too hard. Might not.
There's two possible for he. I'm like slashing 2 and keeping 2. And the 50-50 flip of the coin is gonna be yes. And you?
I've narrowed it down to 2. No, actually...
I will tell you this to make this a little bit more interesting. Every card name here is a real card name. All 4 of these are real names in French. And again, these aren't Google Translate. This is actually what the cards are called in French for all 4 of these cards. But only one of them is the name of this card. I was thinking. You guys got this one at home? So it's a tough one. This is the toughest one of the round, I think. Because I think some of these are, the Portal de Sex is one of the ones you may have encountered through memes. But this one, I literally just picked a card. I'm like, yeah, we'll go with you. We'll go with you.
Mm-hmm.
People in chat seem to have some ideas. I'm not going to say, of course, if you're right or not. But if you're playing along at home, you'll find out very shortly. Who's not locked in? Who are we waiting on?
I'm not locked in.
Throw on Snug, okay?
I don't know enough French. Or whatever. Yeah.
I will say, as a small hint for this one, if you know what this card is called, you could definitely deduce what this card was called in French. If you don't know what this card is called, then you may struggle.
I have no idea what it's called, so I'm trying to figure out what I would have called it, and then okay.
I'm just gonna entertain doing a little doodle next to it. I locked in so hard a long time ago. So maybe.
Okay, locked in.
Okay, let's see what you guys have put. So Sain has gone for C, Dragon Armée de Ténèbres. Same for Bolts, and Snug has gone for Dragon Clan Noir Archdemon, which I definitely butchered that one. Well, let's see if any of you got it right. Actually, before we do that, does anyone know the name of this card in English?
Yeah, Dark Arm Dragon.
This is Dark Arm Dragon. This is Dad, who is
This
Dragon
card was like
Armée
the
de
base
Ténèbres.
of the whole format, basically.
Yeah.
Tell her, Dad.
Dang it! I knew it was an armored dragon. I just was like, what? Armé armored, but it looks like more angry than normal.
Yeah.
So maybe it's an archdemon too.
So I can reveal to you what the other cards were. Dragon Isle Sombres is Black Winged Dragon. Dragon Crown Noir Archdemon is Black Skull Dragon Archfiend. Obviously,
Yeah.
you've got Dark Arm Dragon. And the final one, Dragon
Cranium.
Noir F1 Serpent, is that one is Black Dragon Collapse Serpent.
Crane is cranium. Ah!
It is a skull.
Ah! I
Alright.
should have just gone with the one that said armored on it. Dang it!
Well, thankfully, at least, after all that, you have overcome the small world. It is, in fact, a small world after all.
Oh, I was waiting for maximum sex.
At the end of that round, Snug is on 16 and Bolts and Sain have tied it up on 24. So there's still very much all to play for. We've got one more round left, 10 more questions.
Oh,
Anyone could
besties
still
as
smash
well.
this one.
Waiting for
Our next
besties.
round is,
The besties
our final
round.
round, is of course, super polymerization. I am going to show you an artwork for a card. I am then going to describe a second card. The letters of the second card's name at the start can be joined with the end of the first card's name to make a portmanteau. And I need you to tell me what that portmanteau is. Before we go any further, does everyone know what a portmanteau is?
I do.
Can you elaborate?
So,
Right.
So
Okay.
you know
Usually-
Arcanine from Can I?
Yeah, go for it, go for it, Snug.
So you know Arcanine from Pokemon? That is a portmanteau of Arcane and Canine. Arcanine.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
So, for
come on.
example, to give you a card that will not be showing up, if the artwork was Branded Fusion and the
Okay.
card being described was Fusion Destiny, the answer I need from you is Branded Fusion Destiny. Does that make sense? Do you understand the idea now?
In a way, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
for
I
this
think I only
one,
have to like.
Are real cards, right?
It may be a trial and error, so let's go, baby. I'm
what
all
was your
in.
question, Bolts?
And these portmanteaus are real cards.
These are all real cards, yes. You're going to smash together into one name. This is called super polymerization because we are polymerizing the two cards together into a brand new one.
I think the question was, is the resulting portmanteau a real card?
Oh no, the resulting ones are all bullshit. They will be things like Branded Fusion Destiny. That is the kind of answer we will be looking at here. So again, spelling is not tremendously important here, as long as it's very clear that you've understood the two cards and smashed them together. Make sure you smash them together. If you answer Branded Fusion Destiny, that would be incorrect. Okay? Make sure you do smash them together. Last round, so we're going to be a little bit stricter on the scoring. So let's see what our first cards are. First up, what is this card? And what is this continuous trap which forces all dragon-type monsters into defense mode? Appeared in an episode of the original Yu-Gi-Oh anime as an effect monster. Polarize those two together and write down your
Locked in.
answer.
Locked in.
Ooh,
Okay, hold
wait. Okay, I know the cards, and I have to figure out what.
Yeah, you gotta smash it together. So I will warn you, some of these will be quite long names. I will warn you about that.
So we have to take the name of the card that's being described and
Yes.
the name of the card, of the picture being shown.
Yes,
smash them
I will
together
tell you
into
this.
a name that is-
The artwork will always be the first card. The artwork is always the first card. The description is always the second card.
Okay.
Again, I'm not worried about spelling, but you will need to get the names of the cards correct for it to count.
Oh, wait. Never mind. Okay, I realized I missed a thing.
I think I've got
Okay.
it.
I think you guys probably understand I think you guys will probably get this one. I think you guys can identify these cards fairly easily.
Okay, okay.
You'll just because you understand the form. And if you don't get it right this time, then hey, you'll see it next time.
Hey, good.
But again, we are in the final round, so we're going to be a little bit strict on the scoring. Are you guys all locked in and happy with your answers, or
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I need time to write.
no worries? Yeah, go ahead.
Fuse these. Oh my god, this is like. I need to see what places you with this answer because I have so many ways to write this down.
Yeah, this one is. Some of these answers are going to be very long. One of them is like deliberately extremely long, just because I thought it was funny for it to be that long. I'll be honest. There are definitely shorter ones I could have made, but long names are funny because we play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay. Have you
I'm
seen?
gonna
There's
put you
a
guys on a 1-minute clock at this point.
there's a joke magic card called our
Oh,
market research said players like
Okay.
really long card names, so we named this the longest card name ever, Elemental.
yeah.
And the name literally wraps around the border of the card.
A friend of mine showed me that card and I love it. It's wonderful. Another card I love is called Cheaty Face, where he's reaching out of the artwork and taking mana out of his own mana cost.
From the same
Right.
set as both of these is a card called Red Hot Hottie, and she's a fire elemental that's so hot she's melting the card frame.
You have 20 seconds left to lock in your answers.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Everyone happy with your answers? We all locked in?
Yep.
Alright, let's see what you guys have written.
Don't forget this little letter
So
here.
Sain has gone for... Sain's gone for Blue Eyes W Dragon Capture Jar, so yeah, Blue Eyes White, sure. Bolt's gone for Blue Capture Jar, and Snug has gone for Blue Eyes White Dragon Capture Jar. I think you guys have understood the answers, but I think Bolts may have missed the execution, unfortunately, because the answer we were looking for is Blue Eyes White Dragon Capture Jar. Combination of Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dragon Capture Jar.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Like dragon. The word
I had a
dragon,
feeling it might take
couldn't
some
be
people like a
repeated.
round or two to get the format, but now you guys know what you're looking for. Again, remember, some of these names will be very long. Alright, coming up next we have... What is this card's name?
What the
And
fuck?
many Master Duel players wish that this level 2 Earth insect with 500 attack and 200 defense would be banned for its powerful effect. Smash those two together and tell me what we get.
Let's see.
Remember, the spelling doesn't matter, but I do need all the words from the card names.
Shoot.
Okay, I know what the second one is. I'm trying to remember what the first.
I'm hoping everyone knows what the second one is. I'm hoping everyone knows what the second one is.
I'm in the same boat, I think. There's a meme somewhere in here.
I don't remember.
I think this one may trip people up just on trying to remember the full name of this card here, this artwork. It's a long one.
I do not know the full name, so I'm locking in with my partial joke answer.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna say something funny because at this point I don't know the name of the first card.
So much smaller.
You guys don't read your opponent's card names enough. Really?
Nope.
Did you know
Nah,
this
you
card
didn't.
here
Mucho-
is...
Mucho
You don't read?
texto. Helm-Chan, do you know what that means in English?
So I know this isn't a dragon, but I do want to make the deck that this card goes into really bad because
Earth Machine deck?
I love mechs a lot, and so I desperately want to like robots and stuff. So I want to make Earth Machines, but I haven't done it yet. So I don't know what this is.
a while back, and I couldn't get in with it personally. Like, I have a friend that plays Earth Machine. I don't know if he's still on it, but he used to play it in like paper, and he would do really well with it. Every time I played it, he would destroy me. I then made Earth Machine, and I'm like, oh, wait, how is this deck ever beating me? It literally just spins its wheels for 5 minutes and draws 2 cards, and then ends on Anger Knuckle Pass. How did I ever lose to this?
So part of my reason also is it uses Machina cards, and Machina cards, Machina from Final Fantasy X, but they look like
I see.
but they look like the Robo Guard from Final Fantasy VII. So it's perfect.
Someone once said to me that the Machina cards look like Digimon, and I think that's the most accurate.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah. Alright, you guys are locked in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what you guys put. Did you guys remember the name of this card? So we've got Sain has put Max C Cannon, Bolts has put Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Giga Max C, and the Snug has gone for Super Saiyan Cannon Max C. So it's clear you guys know roughly the cards, but unfortunately, none of you guys were correctly able to identify that monster. The answer we were looking for was Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max C. It is Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav
La
Max.
madre
combined with
lo
Max C.
conoce.
I went one word off.
I know, but unfortunately this is the final round and we're being hard about the scores here. That's fine. There's still time to make up. First up, so for our next round, next question. What is this card? And what is this card? If your opponent is playing Dragon Link, there's a good chance they'll be summoning a Link 1 Dragon monster to search for this field spell. What cards are we looking at?
I've seen the first card. Trying to remember what it's called.
It's so funny how like the Link 1 that searches the field spell is just like such a meme. And it's happening again with the Blue Eyes deck.
It is. Dragon Link will never die.
Dragon Link will never die. Dragon Link is like up there with Tearlaments in that the Dragon Link players could have like 90% of the cards from their deck guide, they would still find a way to play it.
They'll still make it work
Yeah.
somehow.
I'm looking forward to the year 2035 where every Tearlament name is banned apart from one copy of Shiren and people are still playing Tearlament.
Also, because Tearlament players, I have a friend who is a Tearlament player, and he keeps trying to play the game in the TCG, even though most of the cards are banned. He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm just in denial."
I mean, at least he's aware of it.
Well, I'm locked in. D-Link is the next deck that I want to get because I have a Dragon Fusion, I have a Dragon Synchro, and that's a Dragon Link. So and the rocket monsters look really neat. So now I just need to find an Exy, which is Galaxy, but like, and then a Pendulum.
Couldn't you, in theory, do like I always forget which ranks you need here, but isn't that one was it Draglubian? Can't you make that in Blue Eyes and do the funny OTK?
For what?
I think it's Draglubian, the one where you like summon a guy that's like 10k attack,
yes,
and then you burn your opponent for it.
Yes, you're right. I did have that as a deck when I started Master Duel.
Yeah. It's one of those decks where it's like it feels very fun to pull it off, but like when you're sitting opposite, it's like, okay, yeah, sure, cool deck, I guess, you know. Whoopee.
Well, so wait, couldn't you do they need to be dragons, or could you use the Horus stuff?
I think they just need to be level 8s.
Oh, sick. Okay, I have war crimes to go commit.
All right, so have you guys got your answers here?
I know how the game is played, but I can't figure out the name of neither.
Okay.
Honestly.
Let's see who doesn't put. Oops. So, Sain has gone for what is Self-Destruct Dragon. Bolt has gone for Emergency Striker Dragon, and Snug has gone for Punch It Chewy. So, unfortunately, Bolts, you correctly identified the Link 1 monster in question, but we're not looking for the Link 1 monster. We're looking for the field spell that Link 1 monster searches for. Do you know? So you're locked in, but for consolation, do you want to identify the field spell?
It's the Borreload. It's the Borreload field spell. Boot Sector Launch.
Boot Sector Launch, because the answer we were looking for is Red Reboot Sector Launch.
Red Reboot Sector Launch.
Yes.
I still wouldn't have gotten it because I didn't know the name of. I know it's a trap card.
Yeah.
I don't know the name
is
of the
like
trap
such an
card.
obnoxious card. It's just like brutally unfair to everyone. It's wild that you can still play this card in Master Duel for some reason, honestly. Get it out of here. We don't need that in it.
It's impossible for me to know. Every time I say Boot Sector Launch, I want to say it the way that Varys does in the show. Boot Sector Launch.
Oh.
Alright, well, we're not quite at the end yet. We've got not many questions left, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left.
I need something more of my speed so I can remember.
Let's see what we've got coming up next. We have this card.
Alright.
This level 8 machine monster appears in the branded lore and eventually becomes gigantic after a scuffle with the Therians. You guys like the branded lore? Are you well versed in your Albaz lore?
As a branded player, I should know this.
Oh, you better get this right, Bolt. We'll have to take your branded player card away.
But the branded lore is so big and complicated. Yeah. There's like 7 archetypes in the branded lore.
That is true. It would also require you to read, which as a Yu-Gi-Oh player we know we cannot do.
Yeah. They really should just make an anime adaptation. They can make an anime out of just the branded lore.
Bolts, did you not know?
Feel like.
Oh, so did you not know?
What?
They are.
Oh my god, you don't know? This
They
is
are?
sick.
They are.
They're gonna make it.
It's not gonna be
It's
like a
been
full.
out.
It's not gonna be like a full like season of anime, but they're gonna be doing animes of the Branded Lore and Sky Strikers.
Damn.
There's a trailer. You can go watch it after the stream.
I know
It's
what I'm
sick.
doing after this.
Yeah,
I know what I'm doing
Yeah.
after this.
It's not out yet, but
It's only like a very
the
short trailer. Do you remember the like the animations they put out of like all the different archetypes? Like yeah, it's that sort of thing.
I don't.
It's gonna be
I
like
remember
much
the
longer.
anniversary show they put out.
I think the first
We're
one
all
comes
over
out
it.
in April. It's gonna be on YouTube.
Oh, that's sick.
Let's
All right. Well, that said, have you guys got some answers for us? No, not yet. Okay, that's fine. So some people put some interesting answers in the chat. I think some of our audience members may have the right idea, but I'm not entirely certain if any of them have quite latched onto the exact card we are looking for. Final round, of course, we are being very specific about scoring here, so you need to get it exactly correct. Again, we can forgive a misspelling, but you need the right words in the right order.
Screw it, I'm in.
Alright, Snug is in.
Hold on.
I think I'm gonna start the clock to get you guys moving a little bit. 1 minute on the
Can't
clock.
believe you're clocking us in public.
Right,
I
I
am
hope I'm
talking you in
spelling this
public.
right.
If you do
It's
not
not
answer
spelling
within,
right. Can I
do
get
not
it?
answer
Steph?
within 50 seconds, I will in fact call the judge and have you issued a warning for slow play.
Judge! Judge! The opponent is sneezing on me.
I genuinely don't
Judge, my
know.
opponent's really cute. I'm distracted. Can you?
Can you put a paper back on the head?
I don't know.
30 seconds remaining on the
Judge, my
clock.
opponent has a tail and a single horn.
I'll just stick with that. I know
I
it's
have
wrong.
not been successful in bullying you this stream, Helmy. You're just ignoring every time I call you cute.
And maintaining an air of professionalism. You have 15
not.
seconds
Risk the
remaining.
you can't risk the judge. Snuggle.
You cannot risk the judge,
Oh,
I am risk proof. I cannot be targeted.
I am
I'm actually a tower.
0% interested in rizzing. 100%
5
interested
seconds on
in
the clock.
bullying with kindness.
Hey.
2, 1. If you are not locked in, you are locked in now. Let us see what you have put. We have got Ash Blossom King Regulus, Ash Blossom Therian, and Ash Blossom R2D2. Ah, you guys are so close! So close!
my
But
goodness.
unfortunately, you failed to identify Ash Blossom and Joyous Springan's Captain Sargas.
Bring in!
What?
Springan's Captain
I don't-
Sargas eventually becomes
don't get
gigantic
I went-
Captain
At
Sargas.
all.
I went with
After he
the theory
fights
of
Regulus.
some reason.
At all.
I made
Right,
Ash
Ash.
Blossom into a king.
I forgot Ash Blossom isn't the full name.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that like Joyous Spring is part of the card text, yeah.
Oh, that would have. I was like Ash Blossom Mollier. What is? What does Blossom
Yeah.
go into?
Alright, so no points on that round again. Unfortunately, the Super Poly is unbreakable. You cannot respond to it. Alright, can we score any points in this
Close, close.
round?
Oh, this is you made the you saved the most difficult
Who is
for last.
this?
Hmm.
And what is this
My dad.
card? This fan favorite level 1 zombie monster might not be strong, but can mean trouble in large numbers.
Know this.
Locked
This
in.
one's an
know this.
easy
I know
one.
this.
I'm
I
hoping
know
you guys
this.
get this one.
Locked in.
Zombie. Wait, how do you lock in so fast? We're thinking about it.
Because
How?
I love the card on the right. I'll desperately love it a lot.
A lot of people love this card. It is a
Even though
fan
it's not
favorite.
a dragon.
Snug, you're allowed to like cards that aren't dragons. You are aware of this, right? You don't have to play dragons all the time.
But that's cheating.
Tell that to Seto Kaiba.
Do we need to have a dragon intervention with you one day, Snug?
No.
Okay, it's really obvious.
Alright, is everyone locked in their answers?
I immediately understood the assignment. I'm
Yeah.
Same.
This is more my speed.
Alright, let's see what you guys have put. I'm hoping you guys have got this correct. We have got Summoned Skull Servant, Summoned Skull Servant, and Summoned Skull Servant. So, unfortunately, Bolts and Sain,
Mhm.
summon is not the word. This is not Summon Skull. This is summoned skull.
It's summoned
It
skull.
is summoned skull. Meaning, of course, that the card we have made is
You say
summoned
yes.
skull servant. No one ever enunciates the D, so everyone thinks it's summoned skull, but it has and always will be summoned skull.
They don't.
So unfortunately, that is just a point for
We got
Snug because we are
bamboozled.
being hard on this final round.
Yeah, okay. That's one thing. I'll let it slide.
If you misspelled it with like one M, I'd have given you a pass, but summon and summoned are different words.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
What were you saying about me?
No, I was gonna say, is this the first time Snugubus has gotten an answer that me and Sain did not get?
Wow. Wow.
No, I think so. I think there's been others.
Oh, so are you just normal summoning Busroid and throwing Snug under it here?
No, I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
I was so
I didn't think that
close.
was me.
It's all good. It wasn't fun. It's all good. No one's being mean. Alright, next round.
No.
Next question. Who is this?
A
And
little
what is
asshole.
this card?
I
This
hate
Link
you.
to Winged Fiend only got released from Master Duel's Forbidden List recently. Strangely, Big Gabonga has yet to give his thoughts on the matter.
Huh?
Who's big Bagabonga?
What
Could
Who
be
is Big
what?
Gabonga?
I got big bazongas.
What
My
the?
big bagamba.
What the booger is that?
If you know who Big Gabonga
What's
is,
the
then this would
Sigma?
be very easy to answer.
No, I don't know any. What?
If you don't know who Big Gabonga is, maybe ignore the second part and put more focus on the fact that this is a Link to Winged Fiend that only recently got released from the ban list. There's only one monster that fits that description.
It's not a dragon. I don't pay attention.
Snug, do you play Masquerade the Blazing Dragon?
No.
Okay, damn, I was hoping to trick you because Masquerade is not a dragon, it's actually a fiend.
Hold on. Can I look up that card?
Masquerade? Oh yeah, sure, Masquerade's irrelevant for this, yeah.
think you should.
Masquerade Masked Dragon? What was this?
Masquerade the Blazing Dragon, I think it's called. It's a branded card that you can play in Despia. It like burns your opponent every time they do an effect. I only brought it up because it's called Dragon, but it's actually a fiend. Despite having dragon in its name.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, okay, I played Grand Galino, the Dusk Dragon.
Which is a spellcaster.
It makes me so sad.
Or Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade Dragon, which is a worm.
Oh, it's this stupid card. I hate this stupid card.
Yeah, it's a really annoying card.
No, but it's pretty. It gets a pass.
Yeah.
Uh,
Alright, any...
Mm.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
right,
commence
sorry,
the
I
timer. I'm gonna commence the timer. Oh no, that's a 10-minute timer. That's too long. I'm gonna commence the 1-minute timer for you to polymerize these cards together.
I remember the words. I'm trying to remember. I got very lucky because the only reason why I remember the second card is because I just looked at the list like recently.
Alright. I don't know why it keeps hitching their music. Welcome in, hello! Welcome in, Raiders! Welcome, and good evening! Welcome to our quiz show and our final round of questions here, where our contestants have to mash these two cards together to make a new card in a portmanteau. And we're just, I've got 25 seconds left to answer before I will be pressing you for an answer.
I think I'm locked in.
I don't think.
whatever.
I don't know.
I'm locked in. Whatever.
Something. I don't know the name of the rest of this card.
Are we all locked
Maybe
in?
even going it wrong.
Let's see what you guys have put then.
It's a fiend.
So Sain has gone for SP Little Night Goblin, Bolt has gone for SP Little Nightmare Goblin, and Snug has gone for SP Little Rude Girl. I can proudly reveal the answer is, in fact, SP Little Nightmare
No
Goblin.
way. Wait.
Combination
wait.
of
Who's
SP
Nightmare?
Little Knight and Nightmare Goblin, which means only Bolts will be getting the point here. So, yes, the reason why
so
Big
close.
Gabonga is mentioned here is because Goblin Riders have a card called Big Gabonga. So he's a goblin, so surely he has some
I didn't
thoughts
use
on
that
Nightmare
better at
Goblin
all.
being released.
I just remember that being like one of the only ones that was like banned for a bit, and then it
Yeah,
came back.
it's
and I'm
really
like,
funny.
oh, okay.
They brought Nightmare Goblin back, and it's done exactly nothing. This card could have been unbanned years ago, I think.
Yeah. Why did they ban it in the first place?
Extra normal summon used to be very powerful back then, but now so many cards are just one card combos, you don't really need it. Also, it also used to be like full Orcus combo as well, I believe, on its own.
That's odd.
Alright, next question.
My brain has a blank.
We're getting near the end. We have only got 4 questions to go. Let's count it. 4 questions to go. Next up, who is this card?
Oh boy!
And if you need to search for a ritual monster or a ritual spell card, this light fairy monster can lend you more than a one hand.
Ooh, I know this. Another one that I know. Because I watched way too much Yu-Gi-Oh GX.
Wait, which?
I had to include some classics in here, of course.
Wait, this
A ritual monster or a ritual spell card. This man will lend you more than one hand.
Fudge.
The first part's easy. It's the hard part that you guys need to try and puzzle out.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's sort of 2 answers to the question.
I have double checked. There's only one of these actually does do what I have described. Because I think I know what the other one you are thinking of is, and I will confirm that one does not have the same effect. It has a slightly different effect.
You need to search a ritual monster or ritual spell card. It's the light fairy.
Yeah. I have to write tiny text.
Yeah, this was a very long one again. Quite a few of them are quite long. And this was going to be the hardest round, that's why I made it at the end, so that you guys have already worn out all your brain power to try and tap in deep into those reserves.
I'm making a guess.
I will tell you this, bearing in mind the way that the cards have to be mashed together will help you work out which card you need to look for.
That's kind of what's helping me a little bit, because I know it's one of 2 cards.
Yes.
And I'm trying to remember.
Yes.
I know their title, and I was trying to remember their name.
Right,
but once I remember one of their names,
yeah.
I see
You're definitely. I can tell you're on the right track.
Okay.
I know this stupid card.
Do you know the stupid card's name?
No, it's in the briefcase next to me. But I can't cheat. Because I got the Kaiba briefcase and all of my bad decks are in there.
Oh wait, you got a Kaiba briefcase? That's awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Huh?
I want that.
You don't got like the really expensive one? That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, because I was like, hey, I like Blue Eyes White Dragon. I like Kaiba. I'm an idiot. Purchase!
Look, I'm in no position to judge. I spent hours when we went to Japan looking for places of Frogger Jam in Japanese, okay? I'm not gonna judge.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Yes! I am the proud owner of 2 places of Frogger Jam in Japanese. The original super rare printing and the secret rare printing, which actually came out last year on my birthday.
Oh!
Yeah, literally Frogger Jam had a reprint on my birthday. John Konami knew. I'm gonna start the clock in case, get yourself locked in if you're not already. Or are you locked in?
I also got the Proplica dual disc because it's cool.
Fair. Sain, are you locked in with your answer? You happy with your answer?
Yeah, I looked at the answer.
Okay, let's see what you've got then. So Sain has put Flame Swordman of the 1,000 Hands. Bolt has put Flame Swords Manju of the 10,000 Hands. And Snug has Flame Swords Mantra 100-handed one. So it's very clear you guys are on the right track. Did anyone get it correct? The card we were looking for?
Is it on?
Flame Swords Manju of the 10,000 Hands.
What? Oh, I thought it was Sanju of the 1,000 Hands.
I believe what Bolts was thinking of, there is Manju of the 10,000 Hands, and there's Sanju of the, Senju, I think, is of the 1,000 Hands or 100 Hands. Only one of them.
It's also 1,000 Hands. That's what's confusing. They're both.
Only one of them though can search either. I believe the other one only searches one of those. Like only searches spells or monsters. I forget which.
I know it's a level 4 fairy that's called Sanju, and that's it.
Yeah.
Wait, Bolts,
I just
did you
put
write
them
that?
together because.
Bolts did write that. Bolts got it.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I was like,
I was remembering what I got wrong in
Yeah.
the first round, where it's like, oh, I need to combine. I basically need to like puzzle
That's the other
piece them
part that-
together. So it's like,
that's the other part that helps
Swords
you
Man,
Because
Because that's the thing. Even
There we
if
go.
Senju did do the same thing, well, the card's not called Flame Sword Sen, so you couldn't combine that way. Onwards.
boing, boing.
Okay,
Who is this?
not Ruth.
What is this?
And what is this
Oh,
card? This level 10 rock monster might be just what you need to protect your spell and trap cards if you're worried about your opponents having Harpy's Feather Duster. This is a very long one, I will warn you. It's a very long name when these are put together. So, good luck.
No, I fold. I
So
fold.
he's like, nah, quit. You got this.
No.
So high.
I know the first part of the first one's name, and what's the second card? I don't know his full title because it is long.
It's a very. This is the longest card name I think of the entire game.
Monster might be with you, protect yourself.
We can even help each other, and we're not gonna get it right.
You guys are gonna collaborate so you can all get a point.
We want to collaborate.
Only
Both.
level 10 rock monster I know is freaking Nibiru, and I don't think
Yeah,
that's it.
the nuclear
It's not
thing. But
Nibiru.
no, but
It's
not
Nibiru when you
Nibiru.
summon when the opponent switches
Nibiru's for
five or more.
summoning, not for spell
Yes.
and trap cards.
What rock monsters might protect
This
your
card-
back row?
This card is in a binder behind me. I'm so frustrated. I know this
It's like-
card. I have it.
I only know a third of this answer.
There's something very like I'm getting a. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having a very
I
bit
only
of
know the
like.
tip of it.
I'm having a good amount of sadistic glee at watching you guys struggle to identify cards that you know but not entirely.
I'll get you
No,
back.
you're
You're
I'll
enjoying
get you
this.
back.
You're enjoying this so much.
I know what country you live in. I'll get you. I'll find you.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I'll do it.
Oh, even that audience seems to be a bit stumped on this one. This round has definitely gotten people stumped. People weren't prepared for the polymerization.
Oh wait.
Need to poly this,
Oh wait.
I'm passing. I can't think of
No.
anything.
Nope.
Man, this one has
Yeah,
really
I'm like
got you
stuck.
guys into a bind here.
Into a bind. Yes.
I am gonna start the clock.
No, there you go. You can call it, and I think I don't
We'll call,
think.
okay, so,
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
you got 45
I-
seconds.
I think I'm one word off, and I'm so frustrated.
Now, what is the
I
one?
mean, hell, it's closer than what me and Sain are getting. So go ahead.
Let's play rock paper scissors bolts.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors.
Go.
Okay, I'm
Damn,
just gonna lock in. I can't think. I don't want to wait any longer.
Okay, so let's see what you guys put. I think you guys were like tantalizingly close. So Sain has gone for Rocky Eldritch Man. Bolts has gone for Eldritch Nibiru. And Snug has gone for Eldritch, the Golden Lord of the Heavenly Fuck You Helmy. Snug, you were so close. You are
I know!
correct. You are literally
know!
one word away from it.
I know.
The word we were looking for. Eldritch, the Golden
It was
Lord of the
prison!
Heavenly Prison.
No,
Oh,
I was like,
snap.
prison? No, it's not. It can't be prison. No.
Yes, it is prison. Lord of the Heavenly Prison with the absolutely incomprehensible
Wow,
artwork.
you were so close, actually.
You were so close,
so
but unfortunately,
You were one word off.
no cigar here.
I'm so upset. I was like, I prison was the only word coming to mind, but I felt wrong, so I did.
Alright,
Bruh.
next up. Who is this? And what is this level 2
Piplup.
Aqua Flip effect? Sorry, this level 2 Aqua Monster's flip effect was powerful when it first released, and occasionally it even comes up in modern play if you're brave enough to summon a specific synchro monster.
I have played against this archetype so many times.
I will point out, the word brave is capitalized, that is not unintentional. That is a deliberate choice. Deliberate hint.
The goat. This is the greatest card of all time. My favorite little penguin.
Do you know the name of the other one?
Nope. At this point, I am like cooked. Happy feet.
I remember the archetype. I don't see it as often as I feel like I'm supposed to. Maybe I just get lucky.
Also, I hope I didn't get too loud when I was like having
you're
fun.
fine, you're fine.
Like, okay.
Oh, I think someone in the
Because I
audience
wasn't
may
actually
have.
that.
I think someone in the audience may have gotten it,
what-
actually.
Because like wasn't actually that angry, but I was. But
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. It's all good. It's really fun watching you guys struggle here.
Man, you're
will
so
find
mean today.
I will find you, and I will upload a virus to you that makes you sing every 10 minutes.
What the? Woo!
I'm starting the
professional
clock.
software. I'm a
What was the
professional
music?
software developer off stream. I can do it.
No. A little too awkward.
I-
It has to do with blame.
Whatever. I'm locked in.
You have
I
a little bit of time. A
put the
little bit
pen
longer.
down.
You have 30 seconds remaining on the clock. I think we're just waiting on bolts.
I feel like I'm very close. Like I vaguely think I know what the monster is, but it's the synchro that's throwing me off. Because I'm like,
Well, remember, we're not looking for the synchro monster. We're looking for a level 2 aqua monster with a flip effect.
right. But does it have something? But it has to do with synchro monsters. Or-
Well, the time is at end, I'm afraid. I gave you a minute on the clock, and the minute has expired. So let's see what you guys have come up with.
Okay.
Sain has gone for Happy Feet or Penguin Soldier the Egyptian God. Bolts has gone for Fluunderies and Emperor Pengu. And Snug has gone for Singing Penguin Brave Knight. You guys are so very close. So very, very close. Unfortunately,
Oh,
only
closest.
Bolts correctly identified the first part, and only Sain correctly identified the second one because it is Fluunderies and M Penguin Soldier. The card's name is Fluunderies and M Pen combined with Penguin Soldier.
Yeah, Penguin Soldier. I know about the Penguin Soldier. I don't know about
Yes.
the first part. That's
So
one of my
the-
favorite cards of all time.
so the
You
reference
flip,
here was
you
that
put
if
two to
you-
the hand.
You can, if you're playing Penguins, you can still get away with playing Penguin Soldier because Penguin Brave can flip it on your opponent's turn to bounce 2 cards. So if you're brave enough to summon it, you can still use it today. I'm sorry, this one was me. Not only was it a quiz question, it was also a terrible joke.
Oh no, Penguin! Wait, what did Brave have to do with Penguin Soldier?
That's the name of the
Yeah,
the
the
synchro.
synchro is Penguin Brave.
Oh,
So Penguin Brave has an effect that allows you to flip a card up, and you can flip the Penguin Soldier on your opponent's turn.
Because
Alright.
the minute I saw Penguin and level 2 Aqua Monster, I'm like, oh, like Penguin Soldier.
Yeah,
But that
you
can't
have
be it.
the, yeah,
Yeah.
but you just could not get the Fluunderies.
Yeah,
Alright,
Penguin Soldier so good.
everyone, this is our final question, not only of the round, but of
Whoa.
the entire quiz. This is the final
Whoa.
question in Super Poly, and it will be the final question of the quiz. So,
Ah!
Here we
for the
go.
final time, I ask of you,
Mm-hmm.
who is this? And what card is this? This spell card, which depicts Samsara Lotus, allows you to special summon a level 1 monster from your deck by sending a monster card from your deck to the graveyard.
Locked in.
Easy.
This one's a little lighter one. I want to end on one I
Yeah.
think most people can get.
4. Oh, I got it. Okay. It
Oh,
took me a
got it.
second. I'm
So,
locked
for
in.
what's worth, ad break just happened since this is the
That's
last
fine.
question.
I'm gonna pull this up, and we're gonna keep this on screen, so the people in the ad break can see the question in a little small thumbnail.
Oh, you can?
Well, you know how like it pushes
Oh,
your
you
stream off to the side?
can.
Yeah. I don't know if you'll be able to read it or not, but we'll wait for the ads to pass, because this is the final question of the quiz. I would hate for people to miss out on it because of adverts.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, of course.
This feels like an English test.
English test.
This is
I mean, to be
all
fair,
this that you
every-
did here sounds like an English test.
To be fair, every
It's like the logic quizzes that teachers would give you just to screw with the students.
This is a kind of,
I can think of a meme.
Oh.
This whole sentence, it sounds like a meme, and I love it. That's really good.
Yeah, coming up with the answers for this round was a lot of fun in particular. It was a little bit trickier than some of the other questions, but it was a lot of fun, like some of the goofy stuff we got. Like Eldritch, the Golden Lord of the Heavenly Prison might be my favourite thing for anything ever.
Oh, I might be wrong, but whatever, I'm locked in.
Everyone's locked in. Everyone's locked in. We're just waiting on the adverts to pass, and then we will reveal the answer, because it wouldn't be any fun if we don't have the final question of the quiz available for everyone to see.
Ew! Why is the ew? I'm getting a really gross ad.
Ew.
What are you getting?
Well, you know, Snug, you can remove those ads if you subscribe to Twitch TV/Helm-Chan.
You know what? You know what?
I know you're saying it's a joke. You haven't got to.
You know what?
Oh, thank you, Snug. Thank you.
Well, if nothing else, does it
instantly
it's a
remove the ads when
tiny-
you do that, or do you have to watch the ones that are still going on? I have no idea. I've
I
never
have
been
to
in that
refresh
situation.
the page.
Ah, okay. I've never been
Well,
in that
if
position
nothing
myself.
else, I thank you for setting all this up because this has been wonderful.
It has been amazing.
Bolts! Bolts, what the heck?
What the heck?
Oh, thank you, Bolts! Thank you so much!
Happy birthday.
I
Yeah,
will
happy birthday.
probably forget because my brain sucked. But while I'm here, it's like quick before the ad break ends. Happy birthday.
Aw, thank you so much, Bolts.
Yeah,
We appreciate it.
Happy birthday, big cutie.
Aw. Thank you, guys.
This is a lot of fun.
It is incredible,
Great.
honestly.
I'll need to think of a real good way to thank you for this.
No, you haven't got to thank me for this. Having you guys here has been all the thanks we need. Thanks for, thank you
Yeah,
for joining
but-
me tonight.
Yeah, but no,
Alright.
you need more attention and love.
Oh. Alright, ads are over. Everyone has been released from the advert gulag. So, we're going to see what everyone has put for their answers. And I think everyone may have this one. It's quite an easy one. The answer is...
Aw.
Oh, Android, thank you for the little
Welcome
bit.
back.
Thank you so much. Exodia the Forbidden
Android,
One for
thank
one. Exodia the Forbidden One for one. Exodia the Forbidden One for one is the answer, in fact. Exodia the Forbidden One for one. Of course it is. Of course it is. Exodia the Forbidden One and 1 for 1. Which I want to give a special shout out to the card 1 for 1. Because 1 for 1 is by far and away the most obnoxious card to try to search for when you're deck building in Master Duel. Because you search for 1 for 1, and it will just show you every card that contains the words 1 or 4.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
such a
it is a
pain. There's
pain.
no easy way. You have to like filter by spells, and it's a real pain. Oh my god, Android, thank you for the bits. Thank you so much.
What the
Guys,
heck?
keep going in bits.
Android.
Oh my gosh,
Aw.
thank you. Level 2 hype fans, go.
Ah.
Level 2
I gotta
hype
give
fan, which
them-
means
I
level
gotta
2
give them
Fogger
some-
Jamison.
So I gotta give you some
go.
appreciation. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Android.
so much.
As someone that came from my community, they're very lovely, very wholesome person. They're always trying really hard to be supportive for a lot of VTubers that I know.
I really appreciate it, guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying yourself here tonight. Unfortunately, we are about to end soon, but I hope you guys had a great time tonight. Well, first,
I did.
By-
we need to find out, of course. First off,
Minor correction.
oh,
Your description is wrong. It does not send a card from the deck to the grave. It's hand to
did
oh
I
wait, no,
deck
wait,
instead of
wait.
hand?
Send one monster from your hand to the grave. Special summon one level monster from your hand or deck. It is not from deck to grave.
You are correct that it was slightly wrong. What it said was, I'll read it again because it's gone now, but what it actually said was it was summon a level 1 from your deck. I actually didn't realize it could summon from hand as well. But it's fine. We
No,
all know
it
what we were
said-
talking about.
It said by sending a card from deck to grave as well.
Oh, it did say from deck. You're right. I'm dumb.
Yeah, that's why I
That's
stared. And
fine.
I'm like, wait.
Okay, I just want to point out though, you guys still got it despite that, and you didn't get the ones where I did get correct. So, what does that say about you two guys? No, you are quite correct though. I missed that. I'm dumb. Typo.
No, you're not dumb.
Anyways,
You're distracted by the cute froggy on your head.
with that said,
Ooh.
you guys have destroyed my polymerization, and with that, you have broken my board. So the question
yeah.
remains now.
Ooh.
With the board broken, what are the final scores? And I am pleased to announce
So close, so close.
In
Oh.
third place with 19 points is Snug. In second place with 26 points is Sain. But barely edging out a win with 27 points is Bolts. 1 point away from Sain. Congratulations, Bolts. You are
My head
our
hurts.
most successful board breaker for the evening.
Yeah.
The Goon Squad has
How do
won.
you feel and what are you going to do now?
I don't know. Appreciate the new Dark Magician Girl artwork before it gets censored again.
Honestly based.
GG.
Nah, I'm going to-
GG's everyone. Thank you
GG.
all for playing tonight. I hope you all had a wonderful time. It was a pleasure to have you all here with us tonight.
This could have been a
This was
tie
fun.
if you haven't picked absolute zero.
I'm sorry, Sam. I mind hacksawed you. You cannot avoid it. So, with that said, since Bolts as our winner, is there anyone that you'd like us to raid out to tonight as we wrap up tonight?
Good question.
Oh, that's a good question. Who is streaming tonight? Can we? Wait. Let me just. I have some people in mind. Just
Yeah, of course. You go ahead and peek. I know what it's like. I also like to kind of look in and make sure they're not about to leave just before I raid out. But we might do some more of these in the future. I've really enjoyed doing this tonight. I'd happily write some more questions and like some different rounds. And who knows? Maybe I'll make this a bit of a format where maybe I'll start like inviting more VTubers in and seeing who can be the best board breaker. How did you guys do at home? Have you guys had fun? Did you beat Bolts at school?
How about we raid into Rainy?
Oops, wrong button. Raid into who, sorry?
How about we raid into Rainy Renton?
Raid Vinton.
Post in the chat.
Thank you. Just grab them. All right, and let's get them.
Magical girl VTuber.
Oh, okay, that's right. I'm really bad with names. I do know Rainy. I've seen Rainy before. I just didn't know the name. I'm bad with names.
Yeah.
Alright then, so we're gonna leave a raid message. What should we do for our raid message? Because normally it's just a perfect normal maid raid, but it's more than just a perfect normal maid tonight.
We can't read.
Alright. We can't read.
I was joking.
We're Yu-Gi-Oh players, we can't read. We can't read. But get raided anyway.
Alright. I like that.
There we go. There's our raid message for the night, everyone. If you've got anyone else's emotes, if you've got Bolts, I'm not sure if I've got one for Bolts or Sain right now. I should have sorted that out soon. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Aw.
If you've got Bolts or Snug or Sain's emotes, feel free to put them in as well. If you haven't got any of our emotes, feel free to just put a smiley face or a heart or just something nice. That's all we ask from you guys. Thank you again to all of my guests for joining us here. If you are not following Sain, Bolts, or Snug, please do so. In fact, before we wrap up, real quick, let's give everyone a chance to plug yourself. Sain, plug yourself real quick.
Heck yeah. Hello, everyone. Once again, my name is Sain. I'm a cyber VTuber who does VTuber interviews on my channel, and I love playing all kinds of retro game and reaction videos. If you like that, please stop by.
All right, Bolts, you next.
BoltsTheMechanic, retro streamer and VTuber. Have a lot. Actually, next week is my 2-year anniversary, so if you guys would like to stop by, and I'll be revealing something special at the end there.
What day is that going to be, Bolts? So people know what day to keep free.
The date would be the 7th, Friday, February 7th.
Friday. Okay, so keep your Fridays open, everyone. And finally, Snug. By no means, at least.
I'm definitely last. What are you talking about?
You're not last. Only in points.
I meant point. Yeah.
You're last but not least.
Your points might be low, but think of how hard you go against Mikanko.
What?
Never
Whatever.
mind.
Hi, I am Snugubus. I guess I'm a snuggle demon. I usually stream Yu-Gi-Oh viewer duels and stuff. But if I'm feeling more tired, it ends up being like Minecraft or whatever. But usually viewer duels and just not reading cards because I can't read.
As can neither of us.
We don't read Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We
We
just
don't
throw
read
them
Yu-Gi-Oh
out.
cards. We can't. We physically cannot. It's actually against the rules, I think. I think you can actually do a judge call if your opponent's reading. Alright guys, we're going to wrap it up here. We're going to raid off into raiding. Congratulations again to Bolts. Thank you again to all of my contestants here tonight. Thank you for a wonderful game. Hope you guys all in the audience had a wonderful time yourself and enjoyed yourselves. We may do more of these in the future. I've had a lot of fun and I'd love to do more. So, have a wonderful rest of your evening, everyone. And give some love to the radio when we get there. And as always, it's been a pleasure to serve you all.